Is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
So we liked it so much, we're doing it twice. Welcome into a very special broadcast. It is BvB After Dark, live from the Sportsbook here inside of the beautiful Resorts World Casino Resort on the Las Vegas Strip. He is Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault, and I have no idea what this show is going to be like tonight, guys. This is going to be an absolute trip and a half. This is fun. If you didn't get enough of us earlier today, you're getting a lot of craziness tonight. We have a lot of brigade members who already showing up. More are on the way.
Yes.
First and foremost, how are you, sir? This is going to be fun.
I'm good. We did the show, we saw the horses, and now we're in a book, and we're doing a show in prime time at Resorts World. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. So I'm good. It's great. The awards are going on. There's people in tuxedos walking around.
Right.
And a lot of showtime. We got people telling us you got to walk certain ways.
Right.
It's great. If you're used to coming to Resorts World, it looks a little different for the whole weekend. Like the NFL experience here is fantastic.
I've heard. I've not gone tomorrow night. I'm taking my daughter. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you to the folks at Resorts World. We'll get to Richard here in just 1 second. He's going to sit down and tell us about everything going on here at the Sportsbook. But for the signage, it's all throughout the book. When you guys come in, you're going to see BvB and all the TVs here, which is really, really cool. I know it looks a little bit dark because this thing keeps on going off and on, but I think it looks good enough for people to be able to see us. So
our names are actually wrong on the screen, if we could flip them. That's all right.
They are?
Yeah. So you're Matt Perrault.
Oh, funny.
I'm Matt Perrault. You're Dave Sharapan. That's all right. That's all right. That's great. No.
Good catch.
You.
Good catch.
No,
whoever caught that. That's funny. That would be a weird. We're in trading. We're in trading places.
You want to wear the hat? Oh, you got a hat.
I got a hat.
I got the Super Bowl.
Should I walk around with this thing?
We
on
can
my
walk
head?
around with this big thing right here.
On that thing on our times.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a speaker for the first time. We have been smart enough because it's a home game.
Yes.
When it's a home game, you get to do cool things, like go get speakers so people can hear us. And the number one complaint people have had when they've come to the show is, I can't hear the show.
Right.
And they'd be on their phones, and they wouldn't actually see what we're doing. So now you guys can hear us.
Yep.
And if it gets too loud or too soft, whatever, there's supposed to be 400 UNLV students to our right coming up here at some point tonight.
Not yet.
It might get loud in here.
They're not coming on the show either, just so you know.
If it does, we'll see what ends up happening on this. So we'll maybe adjust the sound and the volume and everything else. So I'm very excited to be here. I want to thank Resorts World. This is the first of what's going to be multiple live shows from being here. And I'm telling you guys, if you're coming to Vegas, either now for this weekend or for future weekends, the Super Bowl obviously is a monster event, but March Madness is right around the corner. We've told you we're going to be here doing this very similar thing for 2 days during March Madness on the opening weekend. But this property to come here, it's gorgeous. Carver Steak is the best steakhouse in Las Vegas. I'll fight anyone that wants to talk to me about that. I'll fight you. I love the place. And there's some really good restaurants, really cool places to stay. So if you haven't stayed here before, you haven't thought about staying here before, take a look at what you can do and stay here at Resorts World. All right. We got to get him on.
We got to get him on because he got to go. I mean, he's a busy guy. It's Super Bowl week, and we got the guy that runs the book in the book sitting down with us to talk about the game and everything else, Resorts World. Richard Corbett.
The one.
What's up, sir? Can you hear us?
I can hear you perfect. Can
and
you hear me?
Sound great.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
The
How
one
you doing,
and the
Dave?
only.
Matt?
How are you?
Great, man.
Thank you for having us here.
Thanks for having me.
Quick
I appreciate
story.
it.
Yeah.
Richard and I met in a book, working side by side, writing tickets a while ago.
What's a while ago?
I'm
kidding.
2017.
I'm kidding.
2017, I believe.
Yeah.
And both of us took always forward, never straight turns.
Right.
This is like a reuniting thing right now, a long time overdue. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we got this thing done together.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to have you guys at Resorts World. It's just amazing property, and we got it done.
Super
so
Bowl.
happy to see you. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Are you kidding?
And you
Right?
got all this going on. What's the
Unbelievable.
action been like here so far for you?
Unbelievable, buddy. I mean, the activations are incredible. Obviously, the NFL Honors is over here at the theater. After that, we've got Shaq's Comedy Jam going on at the theater. Then out in our event center, the Maxim Party, which is going to go Saturday night till 4 in the morning on Sunday. Figure that out, right? Yeah, you guys ready for the Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm just getting out of my tuxedo. So we've got that going on. And then, all the restaurants are activated. We've got our private, not private, but invite-only viewing party that's out in the tent as well.
Nice.
That's 1,200 people. And then all the restaurants will be activated with viewing parties. It's just going to be amazing. That includes Red Tail, our bar that's up in the district. So it's really amazing, man.
All right. So what are you guys seeing from an action standpoint? Obviously, we're seeing all the reports. There's a lot of money coming out of the Niners, but feel like the public's on the Chiefs. So far, we're only, we're 3 days away from the game. But what are you guys seeing at the counter?
Well, we opened at -1.5 Niners. Right away, we got some sharp money on the Niners. We moved to 2, so we're at -2 right now. 47.5 on the total. Money line -130 Niners and +110 on the Chiefs. I expect that we'll see some Chief money come in late. I think that maybe people are anxious, Chief fans, thinking that maybe we get to 2.5, 3, which would be an amazing number, but I don't see that happening.
Okay.
So, but I am expecting a couple really large bets on the Chiefs tomorrow. We might be taking about 250,000 money line on the Chiefs. So, yeah, we're ready. This is going to be, this handle is going to be something like we've never seen before.
It
right?
is. We've been talking about it all week. Do you think the handle's going to be boosted because the game is here? I mean, it has to be, right?
You would have to assume, with all the VIPs and celebrities in town, a lot of deep pockets. So, yeah, I expect the handle is just going to be off the hook.
Are you over the Green Bay loss? I just need to know. He's a Green Bay fan, and it's a little soon. We got a couple Green Bay guys in here, fans and stuff.
Yeah, I heard one guy's from Green Bay over here.
Yeah,
that one hurt, but I think we're a team on the rise. I like where we're going.
You should.
We're young.
Yeah.
We're young, and Love proved that he can do it. So we'll see what happens in a couple years, right? Next year, the next following year.
When you guys are getting ready for a Super Bowl, do you just let the market dictate where you guys are going to go in the prop market? Like, how do you handle the prop interest, which is obviously every year getting bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I've already had a lot of questions about Taylor Swift. Do we have anything on Taylor Swift and how many times she's going to be seen in the suite and what have you? But we don't have anything on Taylor.
Good.
Fortunately.
Thank you.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, the prop market is great. We've got a nice packet built up, and we always do good on props. It's just, you can't parlay props, so the prop market will be good. As far as I'm expecting big action to come in on Saturday and Sunday, which will move our lines a little bit here or there, the money line. But I think overall we'll stay at 247.5 unless we get something so large. That
I've told people over and over, and we used to tell them at the counter together, and then for years, get here early,
right,
and set up your account, make your deposit like tomorrow.
Exactly.
That would make this process much smoother. Because, you get overloaded on Sunday, right?
There's no question. And we're going to have a mobile betting station right outside where people will be able to sign up for the mobile app, right?
Nice.
Get them going, right?
There
So
you
that it helps with lines and all that. So once they're on that, and of course there's more props available on the kiosk and the mobile app than we have on our sheets. So, yeah, you definitely want to come down, get to Resorts World, sign up for the mobile app, and then you can just sit and enjoy the game and in-game wager and do whatever you want.
How much has the kiosk and the mobile app changed, like, for you now in this position you're in? Because, it's replacing the jobs that we started at.
I know.
And it's a little scary. You still need that in person at the counter, but it's increased handle, has it not?
It has. It has increased handle twofold. And, the younger generation, they want to bet on the app. They want to bet on the app. They want to bet
old guys
in-game.
now?
I think we are, Dave. Unfortunately, I think
You're laughing at. You're in the same
out
thing
there.
with us.
Yeah, come on, Matt. Oh, well, that's Dave, right? And you're Matt?
No, we're fixed. We're fixed.
Are you
He got
fixed?
it. He
Okay.
got it. Yeah,
Okay,
he got it.
Good. Yeah. So, no, it's changed the way we bet all across the country, all across the world. It's just amazing. You can bet on anything and everything. And
Aside from the game itself, in the futures market, does it matter who wins the game for you guys?
Your future positions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good, right?
Niners, I think at the beginning of the year, with the money that they were at, we'd prefer the Chiefs. the Chiefs didn't have the year that they normally have, where they just dominate and
Fair.
you know,
Yep.
and I think if the Niners win, our futures will take a little bit ahead on that. But again,
nothing too serious.
nothing we're worried about. Yeah.
Time you getting up on Sunday? Are you going
I'm
to
not
sleep?
going to sleep. I'll be at the Maxim party until 4 in the morning.
no.
I'm kidding.
Why
No,
not?
that wouldn't be allowed. No, I'll be here by 5, 6 a.m. and I'll be here till 1, 2 in the morning.
Right, that's one of those nights.
Right.
Right.
I have a feeling cashing in the line, with all these
depending on the
activations
result,
and everything
right?
we have.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be crazy, but we're looking forward to it. Vegas Super Bowl, right, boys?
Absolutely. Talking to Richard from the sportsbook here at Resorts World. In terms of the prop market that you do have available, anything unique that you guys have put together here that you want to talk about? You want to tell the public about?
Nothing I think that jumps out at you. The normals,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
We do have the coin toss this year. We didn't have that last year, which is an
Okay.
amazing, huge thing. So.
It's a good framework to go off of, but like Richard's an old school guy. You got to kind of. Sometimes it's okay to let the other books get a little deeper and go in other stuff and props. Like you'll take higher limits on games. Like there's a lot of different things that you guys will do that other books won't. Maybe the prop menu's a little bit less. That's okay.
It is, but again, if you go on our kiosk and our mobile app, you'll see a lot of things that we didn't print on the sheets because we have to have that out
How
early.
much paper do you go through? I try to tell people like this week.
I had to have those
of paper.
I had to have those printed a week in advance, so,
right,
so that
yeah.
they're brought in, stapled, printed, ready to go.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Okay.
but we're gonna have
Yeah.
we're gonna have a mobile betting station out in the tent for the viewing party too.
Okay.
So we'll have a couple writers out there, and
Oh,
we'll have a big
great.
stack of those. So that might
Okay.
take a little heat off the book in the morning as far as betting is concerned. Cashing, that's a different beast.
Cashing
They all
is
got to
different.
come to
That's
the
it.
book to cash.
That's
but
it, yeah.
hopefully they all go out and have fun at Zook Nightclub. We've got great talent coming in Zook Nightclub all weekend, and Resorts World's a place to be. It's really going to be a cool weekend.
And, you guys had the Sphere before the Sphere.
Right.
So guys can come here and people check that.
Oh,
that
we've
thing
taken
out.
many pictures. Me and the kids have
Yeah,
taken many
right.
pictures before the big Sphere. We
Right.
used to go over there and just take pictures.
And that
watch them.
Spider-Man guy can't climb it. It's too
Correct.
Right? Can you believe that guy did that?
unbelievable.
Gosh.
Free solo too. That's
I
crazy.
know.
I mean,
Well, I don't want to keep you. I mean, I know you've
appreciate
got
it,
a
Dave.
busy week ahead. Thanks
Yes,
for
I
getting
do.
this done and getting us in here
Thank
and
you.
talking. And
I appreciate you guys having me. Looking forward to working with you down the
oh,
road
we're getting
here.
ready for March. I mean,
Madness.
this is going to
March
be. This
Madness,
is just
right?
touching the
Tune-up.
surface
This is
of
the
what's going to
tune-up.
happen with March.
It's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
It's going to be awesome.
great.
Richard, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Richard from the Sportsbook here at Resorts World joining
Yes.
us on the BvB After Dark, which is actually, well, are we too dark, Eric? Or
I don't know.
Are we okay?
We're too dark. It's a little bit. That's
Are
all
we
right.
too dark? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't tell if we're too dark or not. But it's BvB
It's
After
fine.
Dark. So
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
great.
sense, right?
Yeah.
It's BvB After Dark.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
You could just invite whoever you like up
Rossi,
next.
step it up and in. Let's go.
To go ahead.
We'll see what the people got to live up to every time. This is Dave Ross.
Yes, this is the man, the myth himself. Well,
Ross,
this is-
you're kind of, you're a little bit ahead of the curve. You're a professional at this. And that
Well, that's a
hair
stretch.
looks even amazing. I know.
Professional. I'm looking for my dad or something.
Look into the camera. Which camera is he looking into?
Am I going here?
That one right there.
Oh,
Right
right
in
in front of you.
Right here, baby.
Name,
Yeah.
Twitter handle, anything else you want to say before
At
we
D
go
Ross
to it?
Sports.
Yeah.
I love following you on Twitter,
Thanks,
X,
brother.
whatever the hell the kids call it these days.
We still call it Twitter.
We're old
That's-
school.
I'm not. Until they force me to, I'm calling it Twitter.
Me too, yeah.
I'm with you. And look, love the show, guys.
Thank
it's
you.
fantastic.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you know me. I'm an open book. I love talking anything, pretty much. It's the way I was raised to be. Like I think Mark Ruffalo, big star these
Yes.
days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ruffalo and I went to high school together.
Wow.
And so my Ruffalo story is we used to be in public speaking together.
Wow.
One of us ended up on your show. The other one,
It ended up being the Hulk.
he's doing movies with Gandolfini back in the day, and I'm like,
the Hulk.
and all my boys are like, "You see what Ruffalo's doing?" I'm like, "You got to be kidding me! I shouldn't have chose sports.
Yeah.
I should have stuck in that world."
Yeah, that's one of those things that you look back on and you go, "Well, that's all right." But
The
I mean,
sliding
you're here.
doors. Yeah, that's
right?
class. Vegas
Right.
is awesome.
You know, he's a big UFC guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on? I mean, can you guys talk about it a little bit? You got
Well-
anything that you want to hit on at least, so I can kind of lean
Here's the
back
thing.
and
If
just
you can-
before we get to the football?
Yeah, if you can find a number on Conor McGregor not to fight in 2024?
I agree. Good point.
Wait a second. What are you guys talking about? You said it was coming.
No, Dana just basically threw all the cold water on anything about Conor in July, and the hope is he might fight in 24.
Correct.
And it's a might.
It's just that dangling carrot.
Yeah.
And it's really smart,
He
by
ain't
the way.
fighting.
I don't think he's fighting this
If
year.
you guys say it, you know
Well,
it.
why would he? If you're Conor McGregor, like
Yep.
the only thing that really needs to motivate you, you have to go and fight for money in a big money fight, right? Okay, Diaz is the big money fight, but Nate's not going to take less money than Conor, so there's going to be a huge financial fight over that.
Well, the problem there is, Matt, is they're talking about now, if they do that trilogy fight,
right?
Why would they do it under the UFC banner?
Correct.
Well, what
Yeah,
benefit is it for Conor and Nate, who's already dabbling outside the organization?
Yep.
Wait,
right?
are they going rogue? They're
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
it themselves?
Well, they're all seeing
Conor-
it.
For the people?
They're
For
all-
themselves?
They're seeing
Conor
what
has-
Francis Ngannou did.
Yeah, and Conor's got it when he fought Mayweather. He started that promotion company, so he has Mayweather Promotions already.
That's right.
McGregor Promotions already.
That's right.
So he could technically do that, and he could actually have that fight under his own umbrella.
And how smart was Dana at that point to join forces?
Right.
And say, I'm not going to fight it. It's like
Yes.
PGA Tour and
Yeah.
Live Golf. He's like, no, I'm not going to fight it.
I'm coming in with you.
I'm coming in with
in.
you and get a cut.
Right.
Because the other way is I get nothing, and this happens anyway. So we're seeing that divide right now, certainly in the world of golf.
Right.
And I think I'll be surprised if that particular fight with Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor happens, that it happens under the UFC banner. I just don't know what the incentive is for those two guys to do it, to give the UFC and Dana White their cut.
I would agree. What do you make of the Michael Chandler situation? Because he's been getting strung along. He coached the Ultimate Fighter. There's supposed to be a payoff at the end of the Ultimate Fighter.
That's supposed to be the payoff.
Payoff's the big fight.
That's it.
Payoff's your main event, your big ticket. The problem with, no one really understands this with the UFC, but these guys are all independent contractors. So you got paid for the show, but you don't get your show money or your win money if you don't show and win. So, and everyone thought he was going to beat Conor if they ended up fighting. At what weight class? I mean, I give Chandler credit. He was like, I don't know, 150, 175.
He doesn't care.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
name.
Connor, what can you make?
Right.
Can you make 170? Great.
Right.
165, catch
Yes.
it. The weight doesn't matter.
Nope, he'll kill him anyway. So he knew it. So I feel bad for Michael Chandler because he wants that big opportunity, and he's at the end of his career too.
Yeah.
He wants that one big paycheck, and it's not coming.
That's why he left Bellator.
Yep.
Right? He leaves Bellator to come to the UFC so that he can be, hopefully, you think, the champ in waiting. Problem now for a guy like Michael Chandler is if the Conor fight doesn't happen in 2024, that's 2 years that Michael Chandler's basically been frozen out.
Oh, no.
Of paydays.
Yes.
Right? Of
Sucks.
big-time money fights. So, and Chandler's not even, his UFC record, he's underwater. It doesn't really matter once you get over, right? Like in wrestling parlance.
Right.
And it feels like he's already over. Conor's certainly over. Nate Diaz, it doesn't matter how many times he loses. If you tell the general public you got Nate against Conor, that's going to be a huge pay-per-view buy, and Dana knows that. Does Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor really work as much?
No.
Not as much, but it's still Conor. Conor's the draw.
What is UFC 300's main event future? If it's not going to be Conor McGregor, right?
And I don't think it's going to be Conor McGregor.
Okay, so let's cross off Conor. You have this ticket, this massive. Look, without any other fights, it's a hell of a card already. And Bo Nickel's on that card. There's some phenomenal fights.
I like Bo Nickel.
I just don't know what is going to sell to be UFC 300 right now. They don't really have that fight.
I think what they're trying to do is almost like because they can't get Conor and they kind of know they can't get Conor in time for UFC 300, can we do it with depth? Can we actually build a card that might not be as sexy? If you go back to UFC 200, where they, like Brock Lesnar, that was the big shock and awe,
Massive, right?
And then you go back, if you remember that leading up to the fight.
I think, right? I think I was there.
And remember he fought Mark Hunt.
Yes.
And Mark Hunt's like pissed off because he's like, well, you think the guy's on steroids? He's like, look at him.
Yeah, look at him.
He said, like, before the fight, just look at the guy. Right? Like, you want me to fight that guy?
Right, yeah. Like, really? Pay me.
Right. And so there was always that disconnect from there. It's like, what can they do? Is there a Brock Lesnar scenario? Not saying Brock, but can you get
that type of
draw? Can you get Johnny Jones? Like, what's it going to be? I don't know if John's healthy enough. Like,
well, he's not. I mean, because he hurt his shoulder, and that was, I think it was the Stipe Jones fight, I think, was supposed to be 300.
Correct.
They thought that was going to be the fight.
And Johnny Jones sells.
He does.
It doesn't matter what age.
And Stipe does too.
Yeah.
And Stipe is like, I'm not fighting anyone until Jones is healthy. He has one fight left, and it's against Jones, and that's it.
It's really smart of him. Why would you fight a Tom Aspinall?
Right.
Like,
I
what's
would
the
fight
point in fighting a young killer?
Yep.
If you're like, here's my legacy fight, it's Stipe against Johnny. They both go off theoretically into the sunset. That's the last fight to be made. Just can't be made at UFC 300 because of Jones's injury. So it really does put Dana in a lurch. But I think he's hoping that there's enough good fights on this card, at least on the main card, that people will still buy it.
Did you guys get your fill? That was the
That was
UFC
awesome.
portion of
That
the
was
show.
all
That
good.
was great.
Let's keep going.
No, I wanted you to do it.
You put it
But
out.
we got a football game on
Ask
Sunday.
me about
What?
fighting.
There's
I'm
a
going to talk fighting.
game?
You know me.
This is great. This is why I wanted Rossi to come.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
love
meet for
fighting.
the first time.
Yeah.
He can come and talk about UFC, and I can actually just sit back and listen
Wait,
to the two of
people
you
aren't here
and
just
go
for the Joe Piper fight on Saturday?
No.
Oh, they're in for another reason.
We got
Oh,
some other people.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
The football game.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it all week over there on Radio Row. We know you have as well on all the different platforms and everything else. Do you have a feel for a side or a total that you really feel strongly about?
I mean, you guys know this. If they make this game just at the end of the theoretical regular season and say, all right, there is no playoffs, we'll play this now in the Super Bowl, Niners are what, 5-6 point favorites?
It's over. It's probably 3.5.
If there were no playoffs.
It's probably 3.5, 4.
If you didn't see Mahomes go into Buffalo.
Right.
If you didn't see Mahomes go into Baltimore.
Yeah.
Where's this line? It's got to be at least 5.5. I mean, you go
think
back.
it's that high? I don't think it's that high.
Well, when the Ravens go into Santa Clara at the end of the year and they're
Whip
getting
'em.
6.
Yeah.
They're getting 6, and they whip them. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Chiefs go to.
Ravens getting 6.
They go to Charm City 2 weeks ago. They're getting 4.5. So what does that map look like if it's on a without that knowledge of what actually happened in the game? I think it's 5.5, 6.
Huh. I don't hate it. I don't think he's wrong. So now that we do know that the playoffs happened, though.
Then it becomes 15. It's all about 15.
Right.
Can you give me 3 and 15? I'll take it every day.
Right.
And everybody here, Resorts World and elsewhere, they know if they post that number, it's getting gobbled up.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
So they won't do it. They're not hanging 3s.
No.
Right.
You're just not going to see
No,
it.
Right.
no one's going to touch it. 2.5 was like a little bit of a time, then it went right back down.
Right. So as
Can
much as
Kansas City's defense keep this up?
Spags has been unbelievable.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's been unreal. And this is a guy, by the way, it's so funny we talk about retreads all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about Spags.
No.
Right?
Nobody's even thinking about giving him a job.
No.
We're talking about Vrabel and Belichick.
They went young. Everybody
Yeah.
that got a job is
go all-
under 40.
Let's go all with the
Yes.
kids.
But don't
Right.
you
The
feel,
kids- the
don't
kids
you
get it.
feel like the narrative, and I know we don't bet narratives, okay, but it just feels like the narrative is so heavily on Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's all about the Chiefs. We had 2 people in 4 days on Media Row pick the Niners. 2. Everyone's on the Chiefs.
And we've had like 25 guests.
All right,
Like,
here-
that's crazy.
Here's about
Rossi,
mine.
come on.
I took the Packers plus 9.5 against San
Good
Francisco.
call.
Yep.
I took Detroit money line and plus 7. Still,
Okay.
the money line still stings a
Okay.
little bit. But
Yeah.
I really love the lines in
Yeah,
that game.
yeah.
I'm on the Niners.
Me too. Me too.
Same.
I'm on the
Why
Niners.
I am too.
we're all-
And I hate the Niners.
Is this
I don't-
a
I don't
Vegas
root for
thing?
them.
Like, why do we do
I
this?
don't know.
I don't know. We got a couple Vegas guys we'll have on.
It's just crazy to me.
Speaking of which, he'll be up next. I don't know.
I feel like everyone is saying Brock Purdy. I can't bet on Brock Purdy. It's like there's 21 other starters.
Correct.
There's 21 other people playing football.
Nobody in their right mind would take Purdy over 15.
No.
But this isn't Brock Purdy against Patriots.
Right.
Haven't we been told that?
Yes.
This isn't quarterback versus quarterback.
And I know the
Right.
defense has been tremendous, but I just go, wait a minute. Look at all the skill players. Andy Reid with 2 weeks. Yeah, but you've got Kyle Shanahan with 2 weeks. Like, what are we just are completely dismissing
the only
the
other
Niners.
massive advantage I see for Kansas City is in the kicking game.
Okay.
That's the only
Harrison
other spot
Butker's
that I see.
phenomenal. Yep, I
Right?
agree. Rookie
Ellie
kicker.
Bucker against
Yep.
a kicker from
Yeah.
Michigan, and I go, well,
Yeah.
they might go for it sometimes if it comes down to Moody.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And Kyle's
Yeah.
going to
The
say,
one
I'm
thing,
gonna go for
though,
it.
that building, and we've seen it, is a kicker-friendly building.
It is.
It's hard to miss kicks there.
Yeah.
Look at Carlson for the Raiders.
But do you really want to take a shot if it does
Longest
come down
field
to
goal over.
Yes.
Longest field goal.
Yes.
over.
Yeah, they're
Ball
kicking it. Reed's
flies.
kicking it.
Ball and Reed will kick it.
Reed's kicking it.
And Buckner's going to go for a 60-yarder
Yeah.
if he had a shot to do it. He'll,
Absolutely.
he'll probably make it. So I like that ball flies in that building. If you guys haven't
Yep.
seen it before, it just absolutely goes. I don't know. I feel like we talked about it, and everyone sits down, and they're all just like looking at it going like, I can't bet against Mahomes.
Right.
I'm like, what else?
I can bet against Mahomes.
Right.
In this spot, I'm
but that
absolutely
can be
betting against
period, end of story. Close
Yeah.
the book and live with it.
Yeah.
That's what
yes,
people
that's
are
exactly
doing.
right.
That's the
Yes.
handicap.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
No doubt.
all right. Rossi, thank
Thank
you
you
for
guys are
joining
great.
us. You're
Appreciate it, man.
awesome,
Thank you,
brother.
boys.
Thank you.
Hold on,
Hang out.
hold on.
We're getting
look,
drinks.
Look at the
tickets,
camera
and
again.
such.
Tell everyone they can follow you, listen to all the good
Please,
stuff.
yeah.
At D-Ross Sports, check me on the weekends on VSiN, all over the UFC space. I know you got Zade Hussein coming on, too. He does
He'll
a great
be up.
job as
Yeah,
well.
he'll
So,
be up.
Z,
Yeah.
Big Z.
wherever you can check out First Strike, I'm biased, but I think it's the best fight podcast out there. Check it out each and every week.
Oh, thank
Awesome.
you, man. Awesome. Thank you,
Perfect.
Mr.
Thank
Ross.
you very
Good to
much.
see you,
Appreciate you,
my friend.
fellas.
Good
Now
to
we
see
got
you.
a Vegas guy
Yeah.
who is originally a Pittsburgh guy.
Okay, like you.
Yes, and he's he's still holding it together.
Wait. Is this the guy?
This is
is the
Skip.
guy.
This is the guy that introduced me to Neil.
Oh, my.
This is the guy that used to come in the book and just strut in and make plays. And we've known each other for a long, long time, shared a lot of stories. And I will never forget the time, so many times actually, where I was like, man, I'm at the end of my rope here, this and that. And he'd say, keep going. I know talent when I see it.
Oh.
It's going to happen for you someday. One of my biggest fans and believers, Skip Cady. Skip.
How are you, buddies?
We're sitting here doing a show and a book.
I'm so proud of you guys, your show. Neil says hello.
Hi, Neil.
Awesome.
I texted him the other day.
Yep.
He's bouncing back and forth from L.A. to the Trailblazers,
Yep.
doing that thing.
Very nice.
And, hey, by the way, the good news is pitchers and catchers report in a week.
Big baseball guy, Skip
I
Cady.
mean, do we want to talk about Pirates, or are we suffering again?
No. We had season wins over. We talked about it.
I had
you know,
67 and a half.
we had it. Yeah, it was good.
It's 74 this year.
I know. It's a little bit high.
By the way,
they might have jumped it a little bit too high.
Can you catch, by the way?
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
or can you
somebody-
pitch? Because
I don't think my arm's going to last.
No,
I don't
huh?
think I can do it. No. But we'll see. Listen, you've
Yeah.
been around a long time. You've
little
seen
bit.
a lot of Super Bowls.
I have.
You lived in Maui.
Oh, yes.
And saw the Pro Bowl.
Many times.
Well, let's get that out of the way. What the hell is the Pro Bowl now?
Yeah.
Skip.
You know, I got to tell you, Dave, years ago when I used to be a sponsor for it, and I used to say, I don't think this game should continue. And this is like 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, but you were there and taking guys golfing and stuff.
Yeah, but you know.
Eric, fix that wire
I
if you
mean-
could
No, the
with his
mic.
mic. Pull
Just
it up a little bit.
Pull the mic a little bit.
There
There
you
you
go,
go.
right
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
Awesome. You're good.
If I'm an agent, which I'm not, I don't think I'd want one of my boys going out there. And they had that situation in Honolulu years ago,
Yeah.
with a volleyball thing. And, you know, it's. But you know what? You looked the crowd the other night, they sold that stadium out.
Yeah.
There's one born every day, but.
Yeah.
Are they betting the Chiefs, the one born every day?
Well,
It's just to see them, though, right? It's just the idea of watching. It's not a football game. It's just watching the guys run around.
It's recognition.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just,
And
just,
I'm not-
I saw so and so. Like I've taken pictures of Jason Kelsey for his wife because she's in love with Jason Kelsey. So like I send pictures. It's like I'm just seeing Jason Kelsey. I'm not like meeting Jason Kelsey. I'm just seeing Jason Kelsey.
Right.
So it's the same thing. People pay just to see Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Big-
I mean,
there's a game this week.
There is,
There is.
and I know you've been at home probably breaking it down in between watching shows and going for walks and trying to stay upright and do everything that you're doing.
Yes.
How deep are you into this game? You got a prop you want to hit us with? You want to get anything before?
I've
what do you
got a few. I've
Okay.
got 10 minutes after the division championships were decided.
Oh wow.
I jumped the over right away. Now I got it 48.
Okay.
And of course now it's immediately gone to 47 and a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the over in this game.
Okay.
Interesting.
As far as the game itself, I'm going to take the Niners and lay the number.
Okay.
Look, our night show is totally opposite of our day show.
I know,
This
right?
is great.
I know. That's okay though. I mean, like
the real
you're a
sharps
football
come
guy
out.
too.
All of my friends that I talk to, you know, Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I say to them that don't live here especially, I say, you know, the books here aren't stupid. They made the Niners a favorite for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, betting against, of course, Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah.
I mean, I caught him, with Buffalo good, but then I chucked it up with Baltimore.
Me too. That's what a lot of us did, yeah.
As everybody did, of
Right.
course. But I'm not wild about the game itself. I think it sets up to be a great game.
I would agree.
Oh, I hope you're
And
right.
I'm
Skip.
really hoping for that. I mean, we got Vegas. I live right here in the city.
Nice.
We got what we wanted to have Kansas City and San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we can't, complain about that. But I got a few props.
All right.
Hit him with us. Let's go.
I didn't go wild this year on props.
Okay.
I like Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
The over.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
makes
mean,
sense.
seriously,
Yeah.
I like McCaffrey on a number for the MVP. I got plus 450.
Oh, you bet it a little while. Good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to stay away from the quarterbacks.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's
All right.
too much chalk for me.
Yep.
I like Kelsey over 6.5 completions.
Okay.
Receptions.
Receptions, you mean?
Oh, what did I say?
Kelsey-
Receptions.
Yeah,
yes,
receptions.
receptions.
Okay. Yeah.
You were just talking about how friendly this stadium is with field goals.
Yeah.
I like the number on any team missed field goal at 110.
Oh, that's plus money?
A missed kick?
Okay. A missed kick. Will there be a missed field goal?
Is extra points included?
No,
just field goal.
Just a missed field
Just a
goal.
field goal, yeah.
All right, well, maybe
I mean,
60 yards for halftime. They, shank it off to the right. Yeah, it's possible.
I mean,
absolutely.
It can miss left or right. It's just easy to kick distance-wise in there.
Right.
Yeah,
So I
right,
mean,
yeah.
but
So
I mean,
that's
like,
not a bad move.
But you may try a long field goal at the end of the half, and it misses.
Oh,
So,
yeah. You can do that. All right.
A 65-yard field goal that winds up 5 yards short or something.
They trot
so.
these guys out
Yeah.
now. They're expected to go from 60 yards.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
I
like that. I like that bet. Missed field goal.
bad.
Yeah.
Again, I couldn't pass
It's
that
flat.
one up.
Minus 110.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to leave you
Yeah.
with this. I got a nice little trivia question.
This is
for
what
you.
Skip does. He
Okay.
used to come in, make
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
bets, and leave me with a trivia question, and then he wouldn't tell me the answer until the next day.
Well, this is pretty good, and I think that your listeners and your viewers can have fun at the local bar, as I say, with this one.
Hit it.
And again, with Super Bowl week, there's been 4 quarterbacks that have started Super Bowls
Okay.
for 2 different teams.
Okay.
You're on.
Four
quarterbacks that have started Super Bowls for 2 different teams.
Okay.
4 quarterbacks that started Super Bowls for
Two different teams. Took them
Okay.
to Super Bowls and who played in Super Bowl to 2 different teams.
Well, let's think about that.
Well, 2 of them are low-hanging fruit you should come up with, I believe.
Right.
No, my brain doesn't work that way. There is no low-hanging fruit in my brain. Quarterbacks.
true.
By the way, I would say 3 of them are here this week in the crowd.
Oh. Well, Peyton Manning.
That's one.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
one.
Drew Brees?
No.
No.
Played one. I think quarterbacks that I see.
Anyone know?
Dan Marino.
Anyone
Dan
know?
Marino.
Dan
no.
Marino did not. No.
Quarterback who took 2 teams to the Super Bowl. 4 of them. We have 1. We need 3
All
more.
right. Well, we'll think about it. We'll let it go.
Okay.
Well,
we got to get a couple other people in.
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Thanks for thinking about it. If you hang around, text me the answer, please, so I have it.
I'm going to give them to you so your fans
Please.
will know.
Okay.
Now, Tom Brady's
Tom Brady. How did we know? I mean,
that's a no-brainer.
every show Tom Brady gets mentioned. Every show.
Sorry.
How did you do that?
And I was the one that said it.
Unbelievable.
So there we
That's
go.
how you know we're cooked.
You got a guy.
Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. My brain's always cooked.
You got a guy with the Rams.
Oh, Kurt Warner.
Very
Kurt
good.
Warner.
Now, this is the one that you're going to win your money at the bar with. You ready?
Okay.
Chat, no. Fire.
I'm
Go.
trying to give you a hint here.
Oh, boy.
The
Who is it?
most phenomenal thing about this guy, he did it 12 years later.
Not Manning.
12 years later.
Jim Plunkett? No. Who would have done it 12 years later?
Let's go to the Broncos.
Okay. John Elway? No. Bronco quarterbacks to the Super Bowl?
He did it with Dallas first.
He did it with Dallas.
Craig Morton? No.
Very good.
Craig Morton?
Very good. Well
Craig
done.
Morton played for the Cowboys? I thought that was Roger Staubach.
No, 12 years later, he played for Denver.
Right, I know, but he was the quarterback of the the Dallas team. Okay, because I thought it was Roger Staubach.
Put a
Wow.
gun to my head.
You'd have not got that, yeah.
That's the one you
The
win.
chat loves it, Skip. We got over 100 people in the chat now watching the show live. They love the question.
Win some money at the bar. Anyhow, listen,
Excellent.
thanks for
Thank you.
having me.
Awesome seeing
A
you,
pleasure,
brother.
and
Thank you.
We'll be in touch.
have a great weekend, all right?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
right.
that very
That's
much.
great.
Are we bringing
Mo
on the
Toy.
one and the only?
Mo Toy.
The one and
Mo
the
Toy.
The one and the only.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
This is
If
big.
anyone, can you guys hear us at all? Can
Oh,
you
yes.
clap a little bit? Just
Yeah,
clap a little bit for Mo.
yes, yes,
Bring,
yes,
yeah.
This
for,
is
for the
this,
people.
This is celebrity.
This is yeah.
Look, he brings
This
the
is brought
glasses.
The glasses.
Put this on?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
put it on, bro.
Yeah, put it on, bro.
Fix that.
Yeah, put it on, bro.
Get that mic right next. We can hear the people.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Mo.
It's kind of loose.
Oh,
It's kind of loose.
It's kind of
Yeah.
Really?
loose.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
All right,
check it out.
that's not innuendo or anything. I'm just.
We're about
I'm
to
just-
get, we're
yeah,
about
I'm
to
letting
get
you know.
loose in here.
All right, man.
That's what we're doing. We're gonna get loose in here.
Mo Toy Pearson, look in that camera. Tell the people where to find you at Heed These Takes. Tell them.
Yeah, man, I'm at Heed These Takes. Somehow I'm still here. I'm still breathing, still alive, man. It's a big deal, man, because the Super Bowl's in town. So,
And
How much
who's
sleep,
your favorite
how much
football
sleep you had
team?
this week?
what's my favorite bet?
No, how much
No.
sleep have you had this week?
Oh, I've had a decent amount, man. I ain't been going now. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to turn it. I'm turning a new leaf, man.
Yeah.
So I've been doing all right. So maybe the next couple of days I might not get any sleep. so
Mo
I'll
and
figure
I
it out
used to
then.
do cash considerations
Yes.
together. I love this man.
Yes.
He's been my brother for a while now. But I know the answer to this question. You got to tell the people, Mo.
Okay.
Who's your favorite football team?
Unfortunately, the 49ers.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately? Why is unfortunately?
Well, no, because of the pain they've given him.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, just
You're this close again, Mo.
just to
you
get
got
another
5. What are
just
you
to-
whining about?
No,
Well, I was only alive for one, man, so
Okay,
the other 4 don't really count for me.
right.
He does not rely on the history like you do with the Patriots.
I was alive for 6 of them. What do you mean? I saw them
Yeah,
all.
those
what are you
fine.
talking about? I
You
saw
can
every one of them.
vouch for
He's
those,
young.
so-
What are you talking about? I
Yeah.
saw 6 of them.
He's young.
So
I know.
it's a tough deal for me, but
Are we
just-
getting this done this week, Mo?
I
We
don't
getting
know.
this-
I haven't made any decisions as far as betting myself, but
Right.
Oh.
we've seen a lot. From what I've seen on a lot of Chiefs bets, man. So maybe that's a pretty good sign to see a lot of Chiefs money coming in.
Did you hear today at Radio Row? I mean, we had not humans. We had Dewey and we had Adam Hill right next to our table and all this stuff. Billy Walters sat down with them.
Who is that? Billy? I don't know that guy.
You don't know? Well, I don't know if you've heard. He's the biggest successful gambler ever.
Yeah, he's all right.
He said he's
all right.
betting the Chiefs.
It is.
He told the world today
And made the Chiefs favorites.
that
That's
he's
it.
betting the Chiefs, and his number would be Chiefs -2.
That's that's probably just another way for him to get down on Niners.
That's
yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
what I said.
So I mean, he
Anybody
could just be
belie-
scamming. I mean,
Anybody believing that Billy's talking publicly about his bet? No.
I mean,
yeah,
come on,
absolutely.
right? No,
it's tough
not
to really
buying
know.
it.
I mean, maybe it's just like hidden in plain sight that he does like the Chiefs. So,
Maybe.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe,
So,
right.
A lot of mind games going
Hidden
on
in
with
plain
Billy.
sight.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it. Oh, my God.
Absolutely on this. So what's the drink?
Just water.
Yeah.
With the-
Yeah, this is just water. Yeah, it's just
With-
water.
with a
With
lime,
in
yeah,
it.
with a lime,
He's in
yeah,
between.
Yeah,
yeah,
I told
yeah,
him. It's
He's
just
in
for looks.
between.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
for looks. Yeah, optics, man.
He's in
So
between.
just for
He's in
optics,
between.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
just to look as cool as I can, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
the water's good, man.
What's the plan for Sunday? What are you doing? Are you working? Are you getting out early? What are we? Because the last couple Super Bowls, we hooked it up. You got out by halftime, and we hung out and watched the game. What are you doing? You know yet?
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to be probably in a little bit earlier this time, but I just got the family deal. My dad's.
that's a
I think my
big
dad's
deal.
on Chiefs, man. So that's
Pops,
probably a bet. That's
Listen,
probably,
when Pops bets, we needed Pops on the show.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we
yeah.
got to
That's-
do at some point. Maybe we can bring Pops out in March for March Madness.
Of
We're doing
course.
another live show here in March.
The segment would be
Oh.
short with my dad. He's pretty blunt with his answers as far as
It's-
bets are concerned.
I've
so.
been dreaming about having Pops on.
Really?
Yeah, because he
Quick and to
talks
the
about
point?
him all the time.
To the point? Right to the point?
Oh, he's one of the OGs. He's hanging down at Boulder.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Ain't
Boulder
no messing
Station.
around. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay. Look out.
What do we tell Ronaldo?
What?
Like right
What?
now, because I saw Ronaldo kind of came at you and me and
Really?
like all
Oh.
this other stuff.
Ooh,
And
coming at
Walls was saying like, come to the east side and all this stuff. Like, now that we got the mic right here, if we could find him, I'll clip it and I'll send it to him. But like, what would you say to him right now?
He's
if you
probably.
could see
I
him?
mean, he's probably gonna give me shit for being on this right now. Not like I told him that I was gonna do it or not. I mean, this is more of a surprise deal for me too, man. But I know Naldo wants to get into the podcast game too, so
Right.
this might show some type of inspiration or whatever.
Right?
But
Tell him, let's
I know,
go,
well,
get him
he's
on.
probably gonna be mad that I'm being very pessimistic about the Niners because he's a Frisco fan too.
I know.
So but. I mean, you have to be pessimistic because it's been sadness for X amount of
He
years.
just won't
but
allow himself to enjoy
yeah,
it.
man, no
Sadness?
way, man. Yeah.
Sadness?
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
Didn't
yeah.
you play in the Super Bowl like really recently?
Yeah,
How'd that
against
go?
that Chiefs. And how'd it go?
Did they
Lost.
win?
Yeah, he remembers. he
Yeah,
had him. We
yeah.
sat and watched that over at Westgate. Watched that second half. You were done.
I don't
you
wanna,
knew.
I don't want to go over that.
I know.
Stuff,
I don't.
man.
I
don't want to go over it.
As a
yeah.
kid who's born and raised here, Mo,
Yeah.
the Super Bowl is being played in the hood. Can you believe this?
In the hood.
Somewhat, yeah. Well, maybe
Strips
not.
the
I
hood.
don't know. I mean, I guess it's just where the Allegiant ended up being.
Right.
Well, no, I mean, but like in the
means- he means
neighborhood,
Vegas.
in
Yeah,
Vegas,
oh, yeah,
in general.
yeah,
like
yeah,
as
yeah.
a kid,
Yeah.
growing up here, you would have never imagined it. It's here. You can walk across the street from all these books, these big places, and go to the game.
Yeah, we came a long way from the 07 All-Star game, the
Right.
NBA All-Star
Right.
game. So,
Yeah.
we never thought we'd get a chance to do any of this
man.
stuff. But, after the Knights and, all this stuff that we've got as far as some sports, maybe it is time for Vegas to be, more of a city that can handle that type of thing.
Yeah, we're going to be in the rotation. It's
Yeah,
going to be once every 4 or 5 years.
I think we got like the Final Four coming too,
Yes.
so that's going to be a
Yeah.
big deal. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be massive, man. So
I know
5,
you're a
10
big
years.
college basketball guy. P-Rolt's in deep with the college baskets. He's
Yeah.
buying futures and all this other stuff. Have you been paying attention to the baskets like normal?
Somewhat, just my first half unders. That's it, man.
what
That's
he
all.
does.
That's all I got going on
This
for
is
me
what
right
he
now.
does.
Which conference? Does it matter?
Not really. I got this thing about mid-major Tennessee schools, all of them are bad. So those are all first. I don't even handicap.
Tennessee Tech, Tennessee State, Tennessee.
I see East Tennessee State playing. I play under, so I don't even think twice about stuff like that.
He's just the
wow.
Yeah, man.
What about like an MTSU though? What about like a?
That's probably it's definitely under as well. Yeah, it's probably in the same boat.
See?
Man, so,
I love it.
But not like the power conference teams. Not UT.
Not like correct. Yeah, Tennessee's.
Say
the offense is pretty strong,
yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? So hard to really get down with that.
Gotta be careful with that.
You know, with these,
I love it. All right. Well, listen. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
the best.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Yeah, no
you know
doubt.
I love you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this more.
Yeah,
please.
Once you get free of what you got to do,
right on.
You're a star. You're just waiting. We're just waiting to talk about it.
That.
There ain't no question about it.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys, man. This was surprising for me, so I'm happy to be on.
Awesome.
This is when you're best.
Yeah, somewhat.
When you ain't gotta think, we just go.
Sporadic, spontaneity, man.
That's how we do it.
All right,
you're the best, Mo. Thank you, bud.
Thanks, brother.
As Mo joining us here.
Joel, you ready?
Yo,
let's go. Sit down.
Big voice. This guy needs to work in radio.
Yeah.
He's working radio.
Joel got the radio.
Joel's got a radio voice. He can. He can go.
I will. Thank you.
He can go.
Thank you.
He can go.
Yeah.
We continue. We are already 45 minutes in. This is
Are we?
phenomenal.
This is
We're rolling here on our live
rolling.
show. On our live show. All right. What's up?
All right, Joel L, as I call you, look in the camera. Tell them who you are, where to find you on the socials, all this other stuff.
You got it. Yeah, I'm Joel Williams here, and I'm on Twitter at Chicago Bears fan. That's me.
It's actually that's the name.
Chicago Bears fan. That's
pretty
good.
Chicago Bears fan in Washington.
Yeah,
that's right.
You got to grab hold of that early.
Lives in Seattle.
That's good. Wow, that's like 2006 type stuff.
Yes,
that's early to grab that that handle.
Big fan of Vegas.
That's right. Love coming down to Vegas.
Yeah.
Try to get down here as much as possible. Hang out with you guys.
It's
it's
great.
All good.
I know
he
you
has
know
an
what
Evansville
you're looking at.
Township sweatshirt.
Yeah,
in a University of Santa Barbara hat.
Yeah, this is me representing my Evanston Township High School in
nice.
Evanston, Illinois.
Yeah.
So that's in Chicago. This is representing my daughter.
Oh.
I went to UCSB.
Another
as a
girl.
gaucho.
Yeah.
She's hanging out in Cancun right now,
Oh,
relaxing. Yeah, it was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Cassidy.
How old?
22.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Living
We
the dream.
bonded over that. He
Very
watches
good.
the show. We
Nice.
talk about the kids and the
Nice.
girls and all this other stuff.
Phenomenal.
He's trying to give me a heads up. Like he's a couple years ahead of me. Tell me what's coming.
Like you with me.
Met the wife, and we got to talking and all this other stuff.
That's exactly right.
So I know you know your stuff. I know you're looking at the stuff, and you like to look at angles and props and sides and totals.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this game?
I hate to be one of those guys. How can you bet against Mahomes?
There we go.
Right. I mean, there you go. That's
How
okay.
How can you do it?
That's
How can
okay.
you do it? Somebody needs
Have
to
you done it
explain
already this postseason?
I have. I'm sitting there in my little home sports book in Seattle.
Yep.
The games are over. I'm waiting for the line to come out. It pops at 2.5, and I'm like, I got to take it.
Right.
I got to take plus 2.5.
Right,
Got to do
right.
it. So I jumped on it right then and there.
Okay.
Jumped on it.
Did you think at all it would have been expensive, but to buy it to 3? Do you think at all at 2.5 to buy it to 3?
No, I didn't. I was like, I might as well just get it now because I'm thinking this is a godsend that the Chiefs are the dog. I'm thinking,
Right.
Oh, I'm shocked that they're going to be the dog right now. I might as well take it before it switches and goes over.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking, and surprisingly, it's still sitting there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm really shocked at that.
Are you staying the whole weekend?
I am. Yeah.
What
got
are
some
your
buddies.
plans to watch the game? You
Yeah.
got things hooked up?
Yeah, we thought we did, but we're sort of free agents right now. So we're
This
rolling.
is the problem. This is not a normal weekend. Like you're used
Right.
to doing things
Exactly,
a
right.
certain way.
I usually, this is my first Super Bowl weekend. I'm usually down here during the playoffs. It's a little quieter.
Yes.
And it hit me as soon as I got to the airport. I was like, holy cow, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But, yeah, we need to figure out our plan right now because we're free agents as we sit here.
Well, we'll hopefully help you out a little bit. But, like, this place is a good option. Have you ever
Yes.
been over here before?
No, it's first time.
Yeah.
So this
Walk
is
the
pretty
floor,
nice. Yeah.
see, and, like, they got that big party and stuff outside. Richard's got
Yeah.
a lot of options to watch the game, so keep that in mind as well.
No doubt.
Got a prop that you thought about or anything yet, or are you still kind of just looking? The
I
board's open.
have hit a couple.
Okay.
I'm sitting on McCaffrey plus 2 touchdowns, so I'm sitting on that.
Okay.
I'm sitting on Debo anytime touchdown.
Okay.
So I'm right there right now. Probably will hit a few more later.
Perfect.
But I'm
right.
sitting on those right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got anything else for the Chicago Bears fan?
Other than, do you want Caleb Williams?
Oh, I wasn't going to go there.
What?
Oh, sorry, Joel. I mean, this is a
heart.
hard thing. No, I know, but like seriously, that's a good question because we had some Chicago Bears guys on today.
Yeah.
It's mixed feelings. I got to be perfectly honest.
It is. You know, I really love Justin Fields. He is.
You
given
do.
I do. He's given his heart. There's issues there, coaching, etc. I think you have to take Caleb Williams. I think you do. You got to. Hopefully, a generational player sitting there, and you got to take the guy.
Okay.
You have to do it. So Godspeed
Division's
to Justin.
turning around. I mean, Detroit
exactly.
right there.
Yeah.
Green Bay right there.
I'm so sick of Green
Minnesota.
Bay. Oh my gosh,
You're going to be sick of him for a while.
Oh my gosh, man.
I know, right?
I'm praying for
Goodness gracious.
Good Lord.
Bova, you're next.
Yeah. All right.
Can't even believe it. So.
Well, thank you, sir, for joining us.
Appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
by.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You know,
Thank
we
you
got
very much.
Richard hopefully got some drink tickets handed out.
Yes.
We'll get that
Awesome.
taken care
I
of.
will
So make
definitely
sure we
do it.
If
see
anyone
him.
gets
Yeah.
a drink ticket and wants to bring me an old fashioned, I'd be really
That'd
happy.
be great,
I
yeah.
haven't had a drink yet. The chat thinks I'm already drunk, and I haven't had
No,
a single
haven't
drink
had a
yet.
drink,
I
yeah.
haven't even touched a drink yet.
This
so-
guy here.
So somebody wants to bring me
This is another guy
drink.
who's a legend.
By the way, David Meltzer had so much fun on the show that he wants to come back on the show maybe tomorrow.
That's great.
He just sent me a text and said,
Let's go.
What are you guys doing? Are you
Yeah.
around? I want to talk to both of you again.
Yeah,
Like,
for
all right,
sure.
come
Yeah.
on down.
So this guy's name is Paul Bovey.
Ooh,
I
hi, Paul.
nicknamed him the stair climber because he actually is like a stair climber. This is what he does for working out, and you can see this guy's in tremendous shape.
So, like, is it on a Stairmaster, or,
No.
or are you climbing
No.
the Strat?
I've climbed the Strat actually twice.
Wow.
My last time was 10 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh my! Wait a
No,
minute.
he's not walking. Like he's climbing.
running.
He's
He's
doing
running.
the stairs.
I'm
He's doing the
moving.
stairs.
You're
yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you cannot run upstairs for 108 floors, but you could walk at a very brisk pace, and that's what you have to do.
Skipping stairs or no?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
he's a
Yes.
machine.
Okay.
And
Look into this camera and tell them who you are and where to follow you at.
Paul Bovey, at Paul Bovey Twitter. And that's
Okay.
where to find me. I post horses. I'll post some
He's a
pics,
horse
some
guy.
props.
Horse guy.
He's
We
a
found
big
our-
horse
We
guy.
found our
Yeah.
horse guy.
He is a big horse guy.
Look at
Yes.
that. We found our horse guy.
No
Yeah.
joke. But like sports and all this stuff. I mean, Vegas, I don't want to say it's your home because you move around all the time, but you've been around a long time, Vegas, right?
I lived here for a time. I've been coming here since the 80s. I've really
Right.
enjoyed
Wow.
my
Yeah,
time in
yeah.
Vegas. I have to say I've enjoyed it more. I did enjoy it more in the late 80s and
course.
90s,
Of
early
course.
2000s. And, my dream was to move to Vegas. I bought a place here.
Yep.
And by the time I bought the place 2 years removed from occupying it, I wanted to get out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still make a trip here and there,
What is the biggest difference from the 80s to now that you see to you?
It's just overdone.
Okay.
You try to stay ahead of the crowd. You try to find the next great place. Unfortunately, when you find that great place, other people will follow.
Yeah.
So I had this happen in Miami in the 90s, and I found a lot of great places, and I'm in a great place now in Puerto Vallarta. So
Wow.
hopefully I should keep my.
I was just going to say Mexico and leave it at that, but so they could find out where. But he's out and about and around, and I mean making plays, and we've talked and texted about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I know you got to have an opinion about this game, side total, anything that you really feel strongly about. I mean, it's only Thursday, and I know there may be more to do, but where are you at with this Super Bowl?
Oh, no, I stepped in pretty heavy. Some of these props, the train has left the station.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the good thing is there's another train right behind. So if the number has gotten away, you don't want to chase it. And if you're playing unders, you want to play closer to game day when the common man bids them up.
Yep.
But I jumped in on numerous props. Now, as far as side total, the only thing I played relevant to that is the Kansas City team total over 22.5, which I got when the number opened up, because right now it's a hard 23.5 wherever you go. Now, 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals is not likely, but it still protects me against that and keeps me under the key number of 24.
Okay.
Yep, true. Yep.
Okay.
I'm on. Yeah, I think I'm 21-24. That's where I think the Chiefs are going to be. So I think you have a good shot. going over. What in the prop game have you jumped in on?
All right, let me throw a few at you. I heard you guys talking field goal.
Yeah.
I got a great number on Butker, longest field goal.
Oh.
Okay.
Head to head.
Or which team?
Okay, yeah.
Longest field
Right.
goal. Now, obviously, there's some luck here because you don't know where these drives are going to stall out.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But beside that, okay, you have a guy who's 28 years old, who's made 33 of 36 this year field goals, 12 of 12 from beyond 40, versus Jake Moody, 8 of 13 from beyond 40, 21 of 25 overall, 55 and a 57-yarder this year. And Butker has a 60-yarder on his resume this year, a 62-yarder last year, 2 54s this year. So what factors into that as well, you got the San Francisco punter. Okay, this guy is a bona fide weapon.
Yeah.
2 touchbacks in 52 punts.
Wow.
So the option of punting versus kicking a 55-yard field goal, which way does Shanahan go? Does he opt to try to pin Kansas City deep, or does he take a chance with Moody, which is at
probably
best,
punts.
He probably punts.
Yeah.
So you're going to get more opportunities, I feel,
with Kansas City.
That's
how you talk through a bet right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I
That's
like that a
pretty
lot.
good, yeah.
No, look, I think Buckner is going to be a weapon in the game. I really do. I think in that dome with his leg, I think he'll be a weapon, much like Carlson is for the Raiders in that building.
Okay.
I like Buckner a lot to have a good game, a big game. I like over on his field goals. I like him for the longest field goal, him to have the longest field goal. I like that a lot.
You think there'll be multiple? I mean, like, what's the total field goals in a game? 3.5? 3.5?
I don't normally play that.
Right, yeah.
Because you just there's too much
randomness. There is.
I try to stay away from randomness, and there's an element of randomness in this, no question.
Yeah.
But there's such a divide in the talent. Even Moody's kicks, they're not always crisp.
Right,
Sometimes they nudge right through the upright. And so I'm just a Butker guy here.
Okay.
Interesting.
Are you looking at any Derby stuff yet? Have you started to even talk about horses? No. Okay, because we had a horse guy on, Randy Moss, not the actual the wide receiver, but the NBC Sports Randy Moss. He was awesome. He told us about a horse that is a Dwayne Lucas. Who's the other trainer? That's
Bob
Baffert.
Bob Baffert has been banned. His number one horse.
He said it's the horse, so you can bet it in the Santa Anita Derby, and you can bet it in the lead-up races. I was hoping you knew, because I was
better than most of the Triple Crown winning horses he's had.
Guys, I tell you, the way I play horses is different than most.
Ooh.
I don't pan over a form. I have certain things that I do, and I tend to stay away from these big races except for head-to-head matchups. So, for example, in the Derby a couple years ago, I thought I was cashing a huge ticket. And by the way, I did have Medina Spirit a few years ago in a sizable bet, but I thought I was cashing a big ticket until this horse, Rich Strike, came up the rail and absolutely...
He hit the try.
He hit the try.
I remember that.
I hit the all button on top. It was unbelievable. I don't know why I did it.
I had your bobblehead, and I was throwing darts. Yeah.
That's true.
Are you climbing steps here in town this weekend? Are you taking a weekend off and just betting and hanging out? Like, seriously.
I have.
I mean, 100 steps. You go 100 stories.
Listen.
You'll go to the Westgate and go on a stairwell, go up and down 20 times. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Listen, no. First of all, it's the most disgusting staircase I've ever seen.
Wow.
I went up there once, and there was a pair of women's shoes, like, just sitting there. They were stilettos or something.
Someone had fun.
Yeah, and it's just excrement all over the place.
Yeah.
But they saw me doing it once, and they escorted me out.
Whoa.
They literally escorted me out.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, guys, I have an app. I'll show them my app.
Yeah.
I have money in there. No,
sorry,
you got to
guys.
leave.
Wow.
So, but anyway.
No stairs. Okay.
No stairs, props. I got another one for you if you want.
Hit it before you go.
I got
That's
plenty
great.
of them. I went Purdy to throw a pick.
Yep, like
This is why I did it, and I got it at 106. First of all, the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it at the Open. Again,
Right,
trains leave
that's
the
changed
station.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So, Purdy, the Chiefs pressure the quarterback, 57 sacks, 60 quarterback knockdowns, number 6 in the league.
Yep.
And then they have 181 pressures, number 2 in the league behind the Lions at 187.
Yep.
Purdy tends to float the ball.
Yep.
He throws across his body. So there's a number of reasons why, in addition to this being the huge stage that it is, I think he will throw a pick here against a real secondary and real corner. So,
and I mean, look, Hail Mary, end of a half, end of the game. Like, there's a lot of opportunities for him to throw a pick that may not be a game-changing turnover, and he just throws a pick. I think Purdy throws a pick. I do. I like that. First Super Bowl, I think there's a lot of opportunity there to have that happen. And 105, that's incredible.
You got to jump on these early.
Yeah.
There's numbers that just got away, but again, don't chase. Because I would not go over $1.23 here. I just wouldn't do it.
Oh, there you go.
It's fair. I drew the line.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
Okay.
Great to meet you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Carmine, we got to get Carmine in here real
but
quick.
Just a real fast. On the Bruins are up 4-0 on the Canucks in the second period.
Whoa! Speaking of hockey, we got a hockey guy, and I think this might be the guy that traveled the longest way to come here.
And the Flyers are housing the Jets. It's 3-0 in the early second period. In that game.
So thought that might be the case, but
Philly is absolutely. They scored again. It's 4-0. 4-0 Philadelphia.
4-0 Philadelphia.
The Jets are absolutely getting run out of Philly.
Nice. We got all the games on right here. We got all this stuff.
First two, both of them are
Wow,
short-handed?
really?
Oh my goodness gracious. Throw that headset on, my friend, so we can
there
talk
you go.
to, so you
Put
can
that
talk to
on
us.
so you can hear us.
That's phenomenal.
Watch that board, make sure. Yeah, all right.
2 short-handed goals in the first period.
32 seconds in.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Jets
look at that camera. Tell the people right here. Look at that camera. Tell them who you are, where to find you, please.
Hey, guys. Carmine Bianco from wagertalk.com. You'll find me there. Love coming here, Dave. I just got in.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, man.
So, listen.
The last time I was here.
You just got here, and you came here first, right?
I checked in, and then I came here first.
That's great.
Last time I was in Vegas for the Super Bowl. I come every year a few times, but last time I was here was Super Bowl 54.
Oh, wait. No, you came to collect the big check.
Yeah. No, but I mean for the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Super Bowl.
Which was what?
Chiefs and 49ers.
Same game.
Same game.
Weird.
Deja vu.
Same bet?
Yeah, pretty much props. I went crazy on props. I still love that game. I love the finish of the game because I played the alternate 10.5 on KC.
Oh, wow.
And at the end, you think they're going to kneel it down, but Damian Williams, up the left side.
Baby. Oh, my goodness. Right. That was great.
38 yards into the end zone with a minute left.
Wow.
That's by 11.
So, are you getting the deja vu again? Like, are you going to do the same thing?
I'm going to load up on props again, but I'm.
You haven't decided? I mean, what do we do here?
You know what?
I don't know what to do.
This is the least pro move ever. I have a slew of friends. Some are KC, some are San Fran. Fans, fanatics.
Yeah. Okay.
The ones that irritate me the least are the San Fran fans. So I think I'm taking the Niners.
Let's go, Carmine. There's a handicap for you.
I love it.
Whose fans are least annoying? That's who I'm betting on.
Yeah, I guess because then we'll have to talk about it after.
Right.
And if the Chiefs win, they're officially a dynasty. I don't know if you've heard. I mean, they were actually talking about that today on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be 3 in a row.
No, 3 and 5.
No. It has to be 3 in whatever you said.
3 and 4 years.
Marcus Spears said.
Oh,
exactly quoted. It was unbelievable.
Okay.
I was like,
3
I
and 4
hadn't
years.
heard that other than P-Roll saying it, and then I heard it this morning.
Yeah, 3 and 4 years.
And I was like, okay.
Because the Chiefs are 3 and 5. But I would concur.
Dynasty.
I would give them a dynasty. Yes, 3 and 5 is still very, very impressive.
It's not a Montreal Canadian dynasty. Not like that. That's a dynasty.
Yeah.
You know about that.
Yeah. Right. Listen, man, I come from Toronto. First of all, they lost our pilots at the airport.
Oh, no. Where'd he go?
The flight's delayed, and over the at Pearson, they announce your WestJet flight will be delayed 1 hour as we look for the captain.
We look for the captain.
Can you imagine who wants to get on that plane?
Right? Yeah. What was the captain doing in that 1 hour being not found?
He's gone.
Like, hey, where are you, and what were you doing that caused you to be late for an hour?
He either needs more fiber in his diet, or he was having a couple of cold ones.
Right?
Or
or he was a little title shot before the flight, right? Little title shot before the flight.
Yeah. Flight attendant, and where's she? Oh, well, okay, they're both missing. Whoops.
How long are you staying in town?
I'm here till Tuesday. I'm staying an extra day.
Okay.
Because I got to take you guys out for dinner, of course.
Oh, my
gosh.
wow.
I might go to Andiamo's tonight.
Yeah?
How can I not? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Place.
So
Gorgeous place.
So
you know the Super Bowl routine. You've been here before. You've done Vegas for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But the game is here. So, like, is that going to do anything different for you? Are you going to go to the NFL experience? Are you going to go see any of this stuff? Or you're just a business trip?
It's a little bit of both. You know, I'm a fan at the end of the day. You know, I love this stuff. I've only been to one Super Bowl where I actually got to watch the game. And
wow.
Yeah, I know. It's Scott Norwood, wide right. Sorry. I'm a Bills fan. So, yeah.
Ouch. I didn't even want to open that one.
It's barely healed. And that's, we're talking 30 years ago.
Let me ask this question, because as being a guy in Canada, 1993 was a long time ago. Do you buy that either the Jets, the Canucks, the Leafs, somebody can win the Cup from Canada this year?
Well, the Canucks are going all in on picking up guys before, you know, picking up Elias Lindholm was a good one. He had a couple easy ones against the Canes.
Yep.
But it's the same story. I live in Toronto, and I'm not a Leafs fan.
Okay.
So let's put that out there, because people know I jam on the Leafs as much as I can. I can.
It's fun.
It is.
I do it
because,
too.
Listen,
it is.
There are fan bases.
No. More sensitive than the Leaf fans. No, it's true.
You look. It's literally they lose a game and
sky's falling.
Fire Dubas, get rid of Sheldon Keefe.
Right.
We need to break up the magnificent four that they have there.
Yep.
That they're top heavy. They spent $50 million on. Up until yesterday, where William Nylander had a couple goals and an assist.
Okay.
He signed his contract, and he had 3 points in 10 games.
Right.
Once they signed that contract, they played for the contract. Look at Sam Reinhart. What Sam Reinhart's doing. He's going to be a biggie. Yeah. But Leaf fans are like, I equate them to like Dan the producer is going to kill me, but they're like Eagles fans.
Oh, here he goes, taking shots at Newbie. Newbie catching strays right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It is.
Why?
Right.
But they won.
They will beat up their children to get a championship. But and this is what
I
it
know,
is.
but the Eagles won though. The Leafs haven't won. So
no, and that's the thing is every year I make a video once they get eliminated. It was my wife's 50th, and we were down in Punta Cana, and I recorded a video on me on the beach popping a champagne bottle. Sorry guys, the Leafs have been eliminated.
That's phenomenal.
And I had to post it because this is it. The last time the Leafs won the Cup was 67.
Yep, 1967.
Yes. How many teams were in the league?
12.
I think. Or 16? Right?
No.
Were there even
8?
No, there was like 6 to 8 teams.
8?
That was before expansion?
Yes.
1967 was the year of expansion. Yeah, so I think there were 12. I mean, but it was
that was right.
That was it. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They just can't.
So they're not winning it now.
No, you know the thing is, like they have a ton of talent. The goaltending is going to be their question mark on playoff time. But then the other thing is come playoff time, they're always outcoached.
Right.
They're always outcoached. And you can't use the excuse each and every year, well, we have to play the Bruins, we have to play Tampa Bay.
Right.
Do you want to walk in the park? You're not going to get Arizona and Columbus and these teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I took Vancouver at 27-1.
Yeah,
I took a shot at it. I was like, I think the number's wrong. It was too high. It's down to like 15, 13 now. So I'm going to hedge off of it, but I do think there's a shot that you may see at least a Cup finalist from Canada tonight, this year.
Yeah.
Pierre Chevalier said the Leafs are like the Titanic. They sink when they hit the ice.
Oh, my.
Yes.
I mean, that's our chat right there. And Linus Crimmage, one of our guys up there in Canada, just came in and said the Leafs' last Cup was the last year of the 6-team
my.
NHL, the original 6.
Yes.
So Carmine was right. 6 teams, they won the Cup. They haven't won it since.
Wow.
And now they're in a division with 8 teams.
They can't win that either.
They can't win that one either.
They can't win that one either.
They can't even win the division. I don't know what it is with these guys.
Goodness
It is, listen, and I bet on the Leafs.
Right.
I do. I bet on them more than I bet against them.
Right.
Because they are a very good regulation or a regular season team.
Right.
But you get to the playoffs and they're a train wreck.
just blasting the
Goodbye.
Leafs right now. I didn't see that one coming on the BvB primetime show,
so
but
it's easy.
This
so
is
let me
great.
ask you guys. Let me ask you from obviously the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you believe, and we were talking because you're talking about field goal kickers, and I love the missed field goal prop because that happens at the end of the first half.
Right.
All
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You just try that one with two seconds left on the clock. It's
Yeah.
a 60-yarder, and
Right.
it veers or it
Wide
gets
right,
blocked
yeah.
because he goes low.
Yeah.
But the Buckner over 1.5 field goals. If you think the San Fran D is as good as they are, isn't the KC offense going to stall in the red zone?
Especially in the second half.
Yes.
Second half, their
Second
offense
half,
can't
they,
do
I
anything.
mean, they may not get one field goal. That's the problem.
Well, they got
They've been
blanked
so
last-
bad, right?
yeah,
They
last
did.
game
I
they
mean,
got
like,
blanked.
but yes, that looks like a layup.
Yes.
I mean, and again, we know what happens when those things look like layups.
They're not,
But when
but-
we talk that through, I mean, I don't see how that doesn't cash.
Yeah. So I'm on the plane, and I got asked the same question here, which I loved it. Guy on a plane is looking at a bunch of props.
Okay.
Right? I flew in by myself.
Not
and he
the-
goes to me.
not the pilot.
And he goes, no, not the
No.
pilot. And he
He
goes
was
to
in
me.
the front.
And he goes to me. He goes, because we were talking about going to the Super Bowl. He goes, what's an octopus?
Oh, God.
And I go, well, I'm Italian. It's a little different. But I had to explain the octopus. And you know
Right.
what? It is such a dead bet, but I make it every year. Just for a few bucks.
Right, for fun, yeah.
Because a guy like Mahomes could rush it in from the 1 yard line.
Right.
Yeah.
And then could take
And
that
then
2
get
point
that
conversion
2-point
if they need the
conversion.
points.
Well,
and rush it
McCaffrey,
again.
McCaffrey's the most likely person
Yeah.
to do that. So
Yeah.
have a run and a run. So bang bang, McCaffrey gets. I mean, I think the octopus has a decent shot this time to hit.
Yeah.
Just given the way both offenses, and Pacheco could do it too. Pacheco could have both times.
The aggressiveness of the coaches, too, to go for
Yeah.
two,
Two,
I think
yes.
leads you, it's a little more, like you said, a dead bet. It's a little better.
Yeah.
Like, but not much.
But we're not getting true odds. 11
No,
11.5
hell
to 1
no.
is
That
not
should be much
true
higher.
odds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
BS.
no,
Yeah, no.
It is tough.
So, you want to hit anybody with a prediction here before you go? Anything? Final score? Anything? Or what do you think?
I feel saying this makes me feel square, but I do like the Niners and the over.
Why is that square? That's really not square.
Right.
Listen. The one prop that I'm looking for, and it's not here, but I haven't found it here, is the Mahomes rush attempts.
Okay.
Because it's at 4.5.
Yeah.
And
it's a good bet.
He's been in 3 Super Bowls.
Yep.
He's had five in each.
Yep.
Had 5 or more in each.
Yep.
He's averaged almost 6.7. He's averaged as far as rush attempts. One bad beat, and you guys got to remember this. That same Super Bowl.
Yeah, the kneel down.
The kneel down.
Yeah, Mahomes kneel down. Absolutely. Yeah.
He lost 16 yards going the other
Oh,
way.
Right.
yeah.
Horrific. Everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
What just?" No, because everyone was like, "Check mark that bet. We're all good."
We were in the risk. That was my last one in the risk room.
Oh, my.
There was cheering. There was like, oh my God, I think we just won that. That was about a $50,000 swing.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody was happy. Thanks for coming.
Listen, loved having it.
Thank you.
being
Always
here,
love
guys.
seeing
Thank
you.
you.
Always
It's been
welcome on
awesome.
this show.
You know,
Always welcome.
Yeah, you're always welcome. We'll get you on a little bit
Yeah,
more.
man.
Hockey season. You want to come in and bash the Leafs? There's always a spot
Always
for
a
you.
space for that. We're always
Love it,
comfortable.
boys.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Best of luck to you
Carmine,
guys, man.
yes,
You guys
sir.
are doing a great job, man.
Thank
Love
you,
it.
man. Appreciate
Listen,
it. Carmine
we
Bianco
got
choice.
you were talking about odds there
Yeah.
with Carmine and stuff. We got an
Yeah.
odds guy, the odds guy.
Oh, let's do
Look
it.
who just walked in over
my.
from the risk room directly.
Let's get him on.
Yeah.
The one and
TK.
only TK.
Yeah, Tom Capix.
By the way,
Need you.
Penn State is tied now with
Here we
Iowa,
go.
53
Okay.
up. No, they're up by
Good
9
score.
at the break.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
somehow
Keith is following him.
You're choking.
We're gonna get book guy
Yeah,
in here.
Your school's choking.
This is what happens. They play good in the first half, and then
My gosh,
things
your
happen in the
school's-
second
your
half.
school's- your school's choking this
Make
on me.
sure that's in there. Get
Yeah.
that microphone close to his face.
Push that up a little
Put
bit.
that up a little
There
bit right there.
There
Yeah.
it is.
All right. What?
I'm landing jets.
Yeah, you're landed jets. You're talking on a show with me.
Yes, you are.
Tom Capix,
bless you.
TK.
Well, Mr.
God bless
TK.
you. Yeah.
TK, what's up?
How are you?
We're wonderful. We're here. This is
Resorts
great.
World shirt. You look amazing.
Oh,
I
this
mean,
is a
the
beauty, ain't it?
glasses.
This is a beauty.
It is a beauty. Yeah. You're a beaut. Super Bowl week. Are you busy?
Nah.
Not too bad.
Nah.
No.
Easy.
I got more going on tonight in the NBA than probably the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's just what goes on.
Really?
This is what people don't understand. Like, you're taking bets every day. Like, this is another day, but like NBA, you're loaded.
I think we're going to have bigger decisions tonight on NBA than Super Bowl day.
Really?
This is what you do.
I got my guy down Entwistle down there right now. Dean just getting hammered by himself.
Really? Do you remember your first Super Bowl that you worked in a book in Vegas?
1995, Steelers, Cowboys.
Wow.
Caesar's Palace, popping tickets.
How was that as a Steeler guy?
A little painful.
What did you put on the name tag? Was it say TK, Pittsburgh, PA, or Youngstown, Ohio?
I don't think they had the. I don't think they had the city in the state. I think that we just had our name then.
Did you go by TK back then?
Yeah,
or
more than likely.
Did you go by Tom? Seriously.
A lot of people TK.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, because you've always been TK.
Well, you get a lot of Toms. You know,
right. That's what I mean.
It's
That's
just
why.
easier.
Yeah. It's way easier. Be TK. Yeah. Was the cash outs big that night?
Yeah, it was.
A lot of people had the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Is that Neil O'Donnell?
That was Larry Brown and
defensive player MVP.
Yes.
Nobody had that.
Receiver was over there. Donald threw it over there.
Threw it over there. Yeah, over there.
Grabbed his paper bag and rolled out of the stadium.
Ask him something about some betting. Ask him something. Anything.
Well, I think what I think a lot of people want to know in terms of like the line movement and how worried are you about getting off market? Like if you guys are at 2 and everyone else is at 1.5, are you comfortable there, or you want to be with the market for the? I mean, will you take a position for the Super Bowl? Is the question.
Yeah, I mean, all those numbers to me are pretty much the same: 1.5, 2, 2.5.
Okay.
You know, until you get to 3.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it can land.
Is it going to get to 3?
No.
I doubt it.
No.
It just won't, right? Like I've been going on shows
maybe
telling people this all the
2.5
time.
money.
It's not happening.
I doubt it. Maybe 2.5 in money.
I mean, they'll fly in planes of money.
Yeah.
If you go to 3.
On the Chiefs, yep. I
Planes.
agree.
They'll be dropping them in.
Yeah, I
You
can't.
betting against Mahomes?
I am.
Niners?
Yep.
This show is exactly the opposite of our show during the day. This is amazing.
It's
This
awesome.
is such a crazy juxtaposition.
I took a 6-figure wager
it's a
right before I
flick.
came up on Niners money line.
See? I mean, that's what they're doing.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's
It
what
really
they're doing.
is. It's such an interesting thing to look at. Like in the chat saying that the media's on the Chiefs and the bettors are on the Niners.
That's what we used to say in the risk room. We would watch all these shows, listen to this stuff, and go, they should come open an account with us. Right?
Right.
Because the guys that aren't on the shows are betting the other side most times, right?
Yes.
One of my
Many
favorites.
nights I sat next to Dave in the
Oh,
restroom.
my God.
Many nights.
They put us on the same shift. He would be an hour or 2 behind me, so he'd come in. We had so
Same
much
row.
fun. Like
Wow.
literally, when I picked my seat when they revamped the last room we were in before COVID closed us and ended the whole show.
Right.
He was 3 seats away from us. Nobody could sit in between us because we went back and forth. But it was so much fun, and I genuinely love him. Like you guys watching the show all over. Like he's one of the most talented guys I know. The halftime numbers that we would do with basketball, football, amazing.
Is he a girl dad too?
Yeah, he got 2, but he's got a girl.
What are your daughter's in the chat? I think.
What?
Yeah, she's in there. I see that's
Cameron?
my dad.
Hi.
Migs
That's
just
my
put.
dad.
That's my dad.
That's
He's
it.
in
Awesome.
Arkansas.
We're gonna
playing
make a
soccer.
star of him, Cameron. We got to have a retirement job. They got me out of the risk group. I got to get him out. We're gonna pull him out. We're gonna do the shows. He's gonna be our other odds maker guy. I got to tell one of my favorite stories.
All right.
When we were in the risk room, and it's Bostonian versus a book, so somehow it always comes up with Tom Brady.
Always.
But do you remember Brady versus the Rams? And we were in the room at the M.
Of course, I remember.
And we were talking about what the number makes. And we were like, 1. Who? Rams. 1.5. And you stood up. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. What are you guys doing? They're gonna bet the Patriots. It's Tom Brady. And we were all like, TK, they're gonna lay it with the Rams. And he's like, I don't care. It's Tom Brady. And we made it 1, and they laid it. And he sat there and just smiled. He said, Patriots are going to win a game.
Wow.
For 2 weeks, he smiled. And we took bets. And do you remember that number? Do you remember when the limo driver and the pizza guy, like I like to call them, our guys, when we graded that game, you were going through the props. anal grader ever.
Oh, it's got to be right.
Oh.
A lot of money on
He's
the-
like that old school teacher that would be like, check it, double check it, check it. But we couldn't make a mistake because you know the voids. You can't make a mistake.
Right.
We graded that game.
Take your time. Get it done one time.
That's
Tommy,
it.
one time.
One time. But when we graded it, it was 7 figures. We won. And Tony was hugging, the other guy that's no longer, wherever he's at. And they were all excited. And me and you sat and looked at each other like, you guys, we're here too.
Right.
Remember that? I was steaming. I'm like, wait a second. Steaming, Matt. Like, I booked the in-game. I think we made like $38,000 just on the in-game. I mean, it was crazy.
Did I have to take one of my walks?
No, yeah. I used
sometimes.
to do that. Wasn't even going to mention
the walks aren't.
Yeah,
they aren't pretty.
Yeah. I can understand that. Get up and move.
What's the plan for Sunday?
Just 29th in a row.
Same old.
Tell him who we had on today from the show, the chef, David
Chang.
We had David Chang on today. Do you know who he is?
I don't.
He's a
celebrity chef. If you saw him, you would know who he is. He's one of those guys that you're like, oh, right. He's on all the shows. He's on Amazon. He's on Netflix.
And he's like a wannabe chef. Like he really partakes in the
fun.
food.
Right.
Like you. He sends me pictures of
I
his
just sent you a
creations.
beauty the other day.
Good for you.
Huh?
You're ramping your
cheesesteaks?
game up.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy, like you two should talk off the air about the food because he likes these creations. We had this guy on today. He talked about making chicken.
Yeah. I never heard of it before.
Never heard of it before. But
fried
different
chicken.
ways to make chicken.
A fried chicken not breaded with hot oil ladled over the chicken 150 times. That's how they fry the chicken.
It makes the skin a
counts
certain way. I don't know what he go watch
Does he
the
have a clicker?
show. I don't know.
No,
he
just said it's a Cantonese way of cooking chicken, frying chicken.
Right.
I was like, that's really painstaking, but it sounds like
we
it'd be
got to get
amazing.
that. We got to get that.
150 times ladling hot oil
He said
over
it
the
was
top. I was like,
unbelievable.
that's
Yeah.
a very interesting way. I'd never thought about that, but he said that makes the crispiest chicken. I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. That's amazing. But he's a James Beard Award-winning chef, so yes. But I wanted to talk to him. David.
I'm a YouTube cook.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm an
yeah.
Instagram cook. I learn everything off Instagram.
Yeah, he's not on the
It's
gram.
great.
I get all my Instagram stuff. It's amazing how many things I have saved, how many recipes I have saved on my Instagram for food. Like that's all I watch: barbecue and cooking.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what's the perfect Super Bowl spread? We had a discussion today. He was talking about the benefits of wings, yes, no, chicken tenders, yes, no, all this other stuff.
Because
you
boneless wings aren't wings, so like they're chicken.
I agree.
They're chicken nuggets. So
Oh,
like,
my daughter's listening. She's gonna be hot.
So they're just chicken nuggets. Boneless wings
Really?
are not wings. They're chicken
not.
nuggets. So like, just we can end that. You kept
Yeah.
and I was like, as a
Cameron, they're
chef,
not. I mean, they're not.
He actually came down a notch on my book because he was saying, I was like,
He
come
was
on.
defending it, but
I
he
know.
wasn't. He didn't want to cause any controversy.
I was like, come on, man. I was like,
he
they're not
loved being on the show with us.
He
That
did.
was great. I
His
mean, we're
wings.
going to probably have him again. But
His restaurant is Momofuku.
Momofuku at Cosmo.
Oh, okay.
That's his spot.
Right.
Like,
That's his.
But in town. But give me the menu. I mean, you got it. You're the cook. You don't have to book no game. You don't have to do no props. You don't got to do no grading. You got wake up Sunday, and we're going to make a spread. We're going to come over, hang out by the pool pregame, and watch the game. What are you making?
I like a little shrimp. I got to be honest
Amen.
with you. Yeah,
What?
a little
Yeah.
little citrusy shrimp.
Oh,
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's pregame?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
okay,
get
all
the
right.
ball rolling.
All right.
Yeah,
And then
it
what?
gets probably
You gonna make
know,
that
slide.
dip? You got any dip or sliders? What do you?
Yeah, we'll
sliders?
probably go into
I
easy.
saw those sliders you sent me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
He's got something new with
We
the
go
sliders.
into sliders.
Sliders are
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Lots of dips, spinach, artichoke. You know, if you
Big
don't have
fan of that?
yeah,
Smart.
if you don't have that,
Yeah,
forget who
yeah,
cares.
You can't even be at the party without
Why
that?
would you have a game?
Put in your
Super Bowl?
favorite dip in the chat right now.
Oh,
TK says spinach artichoke dip is the favorite.
Mine is 150.
Yeah?
easy.
Okay.
100%.
I mean, chips with that or
No,
vegetables or both?
Pita and vegetables.
Oh.
Chips.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, no veg. It's Super Bowl.
Chips though with
No veggies.
Oh come on.
This
Spinach
is lineman food.
Spinach artichoke.
Yeah, he's a
with
big
chips?
lineman guy. Yeah. I don't know. Guacamole, they're saying.
course.
Street corn dip, they're saying.
You're coming on next.
I don't know.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, don't go far. Don't go far, Kevin.
Kevin? All right, Kevin's
go
next.
far.
All right. All right. I mean, I know you got to go back to work and you got things to do, but this is great hanging out.
Buffalo
You're going to be
chicken dip I
on in
don't
March.
like.
We're doing this again in March.
Right here?
No, we're going to be in, I believe,
The tent?
Redtail.
No, Redtail.
Redtail.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll be
Yeah.
up. on
We're
the
doing a
stage. We're doing a
whole
whole thing.
thing.
BvB weekend.
All these people
Put
and
that
more.
on your calendars right now, boys and girls.
Yes.
March 19th and 20th, live shows. Watch along during the games. March Madness.
Yeah.
Hopefully, before you have to go actually do the work, you can come hang out with us
Right.
and talk about it and whatever. We'll get you.
As you know,
Is that harder than the Super Bowl?
It's not as much money per day. It's more over the 4 days.
Right.
But it's, as you know, it's nonstop. 8 p.m. You're still doing half times. And
it wrings you out like a towel.
Well, not only that, but you got to come back the next day.
Yeah.
It's
right. Like they'll
Super
live up to
Bowl.
this, and then Monday you're off, or
Right.
there's like 2 games and you can
Right,
breathe.
you do your thing.
Right.
That is just all right. I'm going home. Oh wait, I got to go. Why am I going home? I
Right.
got to go back.
Right.
So
Have you ever slept in a book?
What?
Have you ever slept like
What?
in between? No, he was the president of a book. Like he might have had to stay either in an office or in a room. You always go
No.
home.
I've never stayed overnight.
Okay, I mean, I don't know.
My
You got
gosh.
some crazy
What are
stories.
we
I
talking
thought
about?
you might have
Sleeping
done it. I
overnight
thought
in
you
a
might
book.
have had to.
I ain't gonna say I haven't caught a nap.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've
Sleeping is one
actually
thing.
I got a picture of him taking a nap in
Uh-oh.
the room.
Hey.
I sent it to him.
I get the text every once in a
I
while.
just every once in a while just to be thinking of him, and I'll send him the pictures.
Yeah.
It was a very busy night.
It's peaceful.
He just went like this.
Oh, I love that. Give me a cat nap. I love naps.
It was only like a 6-minuter.
I think it was over 10, but it was great. I didn't want to move, wake him
all
up.
you need.
Oh,
Little quick one, bang.
Yeah.
Out. You're phenomenal.
TK, you got that halftime?
Yeah, good night.
Never mind.
Good
I
night.
got
See
it.
you
All
later.
right. Listen,
I'd still hold 18% and sleep.
I believe it. People don't know. They don't
They
know.
don't.
We really.
No.
Well, I got the
We'll know
numbers.
someday.
I
Yes.
got the numbers. Oh, I can't wait to tell the stories. I
Right.
can't wait.
It's
I
phenomenal.
love
For
you.
now, they don't
That's
know.
it. I'm glad you're here. We're going to do this again. Thanks for
I
coming
saw
upstairs.
a Steelers
Thanks,
fan
man.
over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
there's guys
Lou.
that flew in from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Sweet Lou.
Yeah, there he
with the-
is.
with
Woodson
the-
over there.
Yeah,
Let's give him a shot of the.
Yeah.
Can I get
Look,
a shot of the.
yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
wow,
Yeah,
look at that.
He's covered in the
Oh, my
tattoo right
gosh,
there.
look at the terrible towel
Terrible
tat.
towel. He's got
That's
one on the
phenomenal.
calf. Don't show him the calf
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
please. I don't want to
No.
see that. Yeah. No pants.
Look at
Thanks
that.
for
These
being
things
here,
work.
sir.
Yes,
yeah.
it does.
Oh, yeah.
You're on.
Yeah, you'll watch it back. You sound
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Yeah?
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's
Cameron.
easy
We'll
when
talk
you
to
got
you.
this type of help.
Oh, thank
got
you.
help.
Very nice of you.
Colin,
Very
I love
nice.
you, buddy.
Love you.
D-Lo,
Hey,
I know you'll have over, buddy.
Seriously, right?
All right, that's
Thanks,
Tom
guys.
Papers.
I appreciate
TK.
Yes.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it.
Kevin.
So
Where's
hold on.
Kevin?
So the bar. Everyone's wanting to send me a drink. You can't send me a drink because the bar is across the rope, and the bar is bought out, and there's no bar in the book. That's why no one's drinking.
Oh, we can't get the orders.
And there's
no waitress coming over.
There's no waitress, no nothing, because the bar is
Because they close it
is
for that
doghouse. So the NFL has shut down,
okay.
but no one's old enough to drink in there, so they can't drink. So they're not making any drinks.
No.
So it's
So we got a dry night for BvB prime
well,
time.
kind
but
of,
we'll-
yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we
got to go
explore
out.
After,
We got to go
yeah.
out and get
That's
out to a
fine.
different
Oh,
bar.
Smalls
after,
is going to be mad if
out of
she
here.
shows up.
Yeah, so
Smalls
like
is gonna
we'll
be
go
mad,
drink,
yeah.
but that's why everyone's like, why get Matt a drink? And they're yelling at Lou, saying, Lou, go get Matt a drink.
not
And
Lou's fault.
Not Lou's fault. Lou
not
can't
Lou's
get
fault.
me a
Yeah,
drink.
Lou can't do
There's
it.
nowhere
Yeah.
to get me a drink,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So
$50 for parking?
Yes,
Is it
they
Lou's
did.
fault?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
no,
It's
that's
NFL
Kevin.
That's the NFL's fault.
Kevin, look in the camera. Tell me who you are, please, right here.
That's the NFL's fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin,
So.
Circus Sportsbook.
The man, the Baltimore Oriole fan we always reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the
The
Ravens
Baltimore Ravens
fan,
fan.
but
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't
just-
even want to bring that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll talk about Baltimore Orioles instead. You know what I mean? I know
I
this
mean, you
is-
came on the
This
show
is a football show, and
and
I'm here
predicted.
to,
But the Angeloses are out.
I did.
The
I did.
Angelos are gone.
This is where my sports handicapping career started and ended. I'm 1-0 in public predictions.
Yes.
Oh.
And so I can't really give out another one.
You remember he came on the show in the summer
Yes.
Yeah.
and said the Ravens were going to win the division,
He did.
and it was
And I-
done. And he
and-
walked it off.
Yeah.
I made him
Yeah.
cut his mic.
Yeah, they
I
booed
said
me.
that's enough, and they booed
me.
and he won.
You did.
And,
You
yeah.
won.
So
and then
He was
after
right.
that,
He was
not
right.
so
yeah,
much.
that's all he needed.
But that's
and listen, are you bummed out? I mean, I know you're bummed out as a fan, but as a guy in the book, like, I think we got a good matchup. I don't know if the Ravens would have been better because it would have been 1-1, but like we've talked about that all week on Media Row, and this is a good matchup.
I do feel like that this is they have two whether I like the teams or not, 2 good fan bases, 2 supporting fan bases, and that's what's most important. I think when you're looking for an exciting big game, is you want fans that are like, wow, this is great. Even though Kansas City and San Fran have been there, the cities are still energetic. I mean, obviously. For Circa's interest, I mean, we would have liked to see the Lions. That would have been a cool little, that would have been a cool little feel at Circa. I mean, there's just so much Detroit and Michigan support there that if the Lions would have come, it would have.
The whole state would have come.
I mean,
Kev.
literally.
100%.
I mean, the mayor of Detroit is our owner. So not
right,
but you know what I mean. Literally,
right.
Like they would literally have traveled, and I think that. Plus, it would have just been a great story. Not that, the Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant story isn't great, but the Detroit, the 30 years, 31 years, that's people like that kind of stuff in sports.
The first time for anything
Right.
is like even, everybody remembers their first title shot. Everybody remembers their first championship, their first Super Bowl. It would have been awesome, right?
Yep.
You remember yours?
I remember when the Orioles won 101 games last year.
They did.
So it's, there's an exciting time. And over-under this year is, I think, opened at 90. So
Guys just released those, right?
We did today. 90 and a half for the Orioles. So 3 years ago, I snuck in at 62 and a half, and we won 82.
Wow.
Nice.
Last year, 77, and we won 101. And so this year, the 90 and a half is a little bit more challenging.
90 and a half is the opener?
So
I mean, they're going to be good.
They're going to be good.
And they got Burns.
And
they got Burns. They got a horse for the top.
They're going to be good.
I
we
feel
know
like,
that.
and we got Jackson Holiday coming up, another number 1 prospect hitting the, so we got a young
kid. He's a
new
beast.
new owner, new lease for the stadium.
Is that good for you? Are you excited about that?
I am excited. I mean,
It's
the
good for me.
Angelos era
It's
has just been,
And look, as a Red Sox fan, I'm perfectly comfortable with the Orioles being really good because I hate the Yankees, so it's anybody but. So
Right.
so I'm perfectly comfortable. Let it be the Orioles division. The Blue Jays are Toronto. Give me a break. So we know what they're going to do. But I'm all in on the Orioles. I love what they've done. You guys have been so bad for so long that it's now your time. And I think it's awesome to see. And it's the ballpark really hasn't seen much success since we saw. Cal. That was when they opened up Camden Yards and we had Cal. So we haven't seen much for that. So it's just one of those situations where it's a frustration.
Yeah.
I think if an Oriole fan, you've waited so long, give it to you.
Right.
I'm good.
And right across the street, the Ravens, I don't want to say have had great success, but constantly in the playoffs, winning some Super Bowls.
They're
and
relevant.
so, like, you're looking at the Orioles like, we keep getting young talent, trade them away for old players past their prime. And so now I think it's time that we held on to the youth, and we'll see. It's exciting. I mean, obviously, we're still not getting the respect. Yankees open up as the favorite, obviously, with the Soto signing. You know what I mean?
You know the way they bet him. That's all. Let them bet him.
Let them bet him. I'm fine
hell
with
with it.
No, 100%.
Go crazy.
That's how I got the Ravens at plus 260 for the division last year. Because they wanted to give it to the Bengals and Browns. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll take a shot at this price. Why not? So we'll see. It's exciting because it also takes the sting of the Ravens' loss away a little bit because normally when the Ravens season ended, it was like, now what? You know what I mean? But now we can be excited about baseball and we can, you know what I mean? Men's and women's Terps, I mean, they're going to be what they're going to be. But, it's definitely exciting. I already got my airfare and my opening day tickets, so I'll be there March 28th. Yeah.
Good for you.
Excellent.
So, just a little Wednesday to Friday because it falls right in the middle of the March Madness. So I'll miss the Sweet 16 round, but that little Thursday, Friday. So, it'll be good. I mean, there's just nothing like the buzz of opening day at any stadium.
Right.
But I was home last year for it, and last year was kind of like, I don't want to say that. People that knew were kind of like, here we go.
Yeah.
But now this year, everybody's like, here we go. So
tremendous.
It'll be awesome.
What is Sunday like for you? Are you working? Are you in the book? What are you doing?
So I got a little short 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. shift.
Okay.
And so
14 hour.
Just a little, just a quick in and out. But I'll kind of be. This will be my 4th Super Bowl with Circa. I spent the first one in content, like building all the boards and stuff. And now, so this will be my 3rd year. We've got a ballroom at the D, ballroom at Circa, the valet at the D, which basically helps all the people from the downtown event center. They walk over.
Nice.
And so I plan to do a lot of floating, just giving out lunches and breaks and things like that, and just kind of staying on the move. I mean, the whole book has been sold out for a couple of weeks now, and so it's just going to be, organized chaos.
Do you guys, are you hearing any rumblings? Is it true potentially that the signups for the football betting contest, football pick contests, could be March Madness?
I've heard rumblings, and I've heard people that want it because there's a lot of people in town.
Yep.
But I feel like one of the main things they've always waited for is the NFL to release dates for the season, so they can make the official rules. Like to sign up for a contest of this magnitude without the actual dates, and this is Thanksgiving Day, and this is this and that. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of the main thing they've always waited for.
That's it.
And I mean, it's kind of not to say it like that, but it's proven that people will come back. And now this year we have a whole nother property with the Silverton that Las Vegas residents can go and sign up. So it gives a whole nother outlet.
Oh, we love it. David and I are so excited for the Silverton.
Yeah, they're already doing a great job over there. Yeah. And once they finish that remodel and everything, I mean, it's going to be
great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, the reach they have and everything they do, they've I don't want to say it like that, but they've done well. Just the remodeling, the effort they put into making the book look nice.
Yeah. Brigade Proxy Service, get ready to know all about the Silverton.
And see Kevin. Kevin's going to be helping us along.
Yeah. We're going to be coming to see you
all the time.
You're going to be all the time. It's a team effort, no matter which property you go to. It's the fun of the contest. Last month when we started doing the payouts and was fortunate enough. I went with Jeff and the guys to the award ceremony and just kind of hearing some of the stories and watching, like, not to say like how we changed lives, because they made the picks, they did what they had to, but we helped facilitate this contest, and we're really, the no rake and just basically like it's your money, like we're not, we just do it to do it. It's really cool. The work definitely pays off when you start handing these guys just huge checks and lump sums of money.
We're going to be seeing a lot of you in a couple of months when these signups open up, probably around May. So
if not sooner.
Oh yeah, you guys are welcome
anytime.
Anytime, of course. So
we'll get some other stuff.
If I'm not there, Stadium Swim, I'm somewhere always. You know what I mean? This isn't work.
Yeah, baby.
Hey man, thank you, buddy.
Sir.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Kevin Circa joining us here on the Bostonian versus.
I got to get Bear in here because Bear's got to go to work.
All right, come on, Bear.
We got one guy working Super Bowl.
We got proxy service people. We got brigade people.
We got
all sorts of people.
Yeah, we got to get Bear in here, step in, and do the show. Sit down, then put the headset on,
say
please,
hi.
Sir. Yeah. You'll be fine.
You're fine. Throw it on. And then,
all right. That's awesome.
There we are.
Look great.
There we are. We're all good.
What's
That's
up,
it
guys?
for the chat. Who are you, sir?
You know me as Bear Maulings.
This one right here, this camera.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right, Bear Maulings on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
You
all
can
the
flip that
various
ear
socials.
around, by the way, so you can hear on both ears. You have another ear. There you go.
There you go.
No, flip it.
Oh, yeah, there
flip
we
it
go.
all the way. Flip it down.
No.
Down and up. Down. There we go. And
There we go. We got it. We did it.
All right. That's
like
right.
that looked uncomfortable.
We're here. It wasn't great, but I'm used to that because my head's gigantic.
So, Super Bowl week.
Yes.
With the game here.
Yeah.
Having fun?
It hasn't really started yet, but the next week is going to be fun.
F1 compared to this.
Not
what do
even
you
close.
think? Not even close. Was F1 crazy?
F1 registered on the Richter scale. I think this is breaking the Richter scale.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Busy.
But like big money? Like there's just volume? Like people?
It's definitely volume, but the rumors that I'm hearing is that the money is here, and I'll know more in the next 48 hours or so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All table games, all bets.
Everything. But I've heard from various places around town, we're talking million dollar credit lines all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just crazy stuff.
Like that kind
Makes
of
sense.
thing. Yeah. Hey, there's Tooley. Hey, good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, I know you're a Detroit Lions fan. I don't want to have to bring it up, but like, are you bummed out? Are you over it? I mean, you got that close, and then
to be brutally honest with you, I got into sports pretty late in life.
Okay.
So I was maybe 13, 14 before it even registered to me.
Yeah.
I got in looking at it in the midst of the doldrums after the 0-16 season and all this, and I just looked at this and I went, I don't have to do this.
Yes.
I've never had any affinity for the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
So
so that's fine.
No,
All right,
I was fine.
So it's emotionless. So you're good.
Was good.
Yeah, you're good.
I was like, I didn't grow up on it. I was like, I'm not torturing myself with this. I don't have to.
Fair.
I'm happy that they're having their time. Good for them.
Right.
They deserve it. But
so for people who may be coming to Vegas for March Madness, and maybe coming to the BvB weekend, maybe coming to stay here at Resorts World, as someone who lives here and works in the industry, what is something that people should know when they come to Vegas for the first time? Any advice?
When you come to Vegas for the first time, just because it looks like it's close, it's not really close.
Amen to that.
Good one. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to walk up to the strip. I'm just going to walk down to MGM.
So the first time I ever came to town, I was staying at Park MGM, right over by the arena. By the arena. The wife went to bed, and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen enough stuff. I'm going to go take a little walk. I walked from Park down south to Mandalay Bay.
Wow. Okay.
Crossed the street. Came up the street and got all the way to Venetian.
Wow.
That's a far walk.
That is a crazy walk.
That's a lot of miles.
I spent the next 2 days that I was here blistered out of my mind.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Fair. Don't do that.
Yeah. And so we had on a couple people that were talking about playing blackjack.
There's some wild people in the chat.
Did you see Katie?
I saw all of it.
Did you?
I saw all of it.
Can you explain, like, from the dealer standpoint, when you have someone at the table that either never played or can't add? Can they ask you? Like, I mean,
yes,
it's fine.
First of all, let me interject. That's just a normal thing. That's
right.
every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just assume that people can add.
Okay.
That's
fine.
But anyway, yeah, totally. But I tell people all the time, I'm never gonna give you advice unless you ask for advice. But I don't care if you ask every single hand.
Okay.
You can look at me every single hand and just say,
because there's a lot of dealers there that don't do that.
Get annoyed,
and
right?
I know, and it's that's a whole other diatribe. But
I mean, you're going to try to give advice to help her win.
It's all
like
automatic,
right?
Like blackjack, the book and all that stuff is just like so ingrained into my head. Blackjack's not a game anymore.
Just numbers.
It's just numbers. I see it a million times. What do you do on 16? You hit. I'm not going to think about it. You hit.
Right.
It's not going to work sometimes. That's allowed to double afterwards.
That's fine. It gets 4, 5s, or 6s. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's a pet peeve.
Do people in town, like, do they ask you the odds? Like when they sit down, do they say, is this 3-2 or 6-5? Do they ask you?
You know what? I got into a thing recently. People come up all the time and they go, blackjack?
Yes.
This is a normal question. You get it 100 times a night.
Okay.
And I always just say, yeah, normal blackjack. Unless it's, of course, free bet, Spanish 21, any of these goofy games.
Yeah.
But I got yelled at by a lady one night because I said, yeah, blackjack. She sat down and I paid somebody 6 to 5 on their blackjack, and she just went off on me because this isn't normal blackjack. This is 6 to 5. But the problem is, 6 to 5 is kind of normal in this town now. You got to go looking for 3 to 2.
3-2 is hard to find. Mostly downtown. Mostly 3-2 is downtown.
It's small properties and it's high limit rooms.
Yeah.
If you're not playing at $100 a hand, you better be going to Ellis Island.
Right. In 3 or downtown.
Yeah, or downtown.
And they've got 3-2. So it's a very. I mean, people. I don't know. We learned this, talk about this all, this on the show, about the education factor in sports betting. And the one thing that when we hear about education, they're going to become smarter. I go, well, we've been playing blackjack in casinos for how many?
Long time.
100 years, and people still don't know 3-2 versus 6-5. So if they don't know, if they don't know that, when are they going to care if 120 versus 125?
Yeah, I don't tell people that it's 6-5 because 90% of people will go, what?
Just right. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Just this is what it pays.
Yeah.
All right, gonna get you out of here.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Super Bowl side total, anything going into this game?
I've been thinking about it, and I'm on the side of I think the game's close.
Amen.
I do think the game's close.
Yeah.
So if I'm flipping a coin, and this is you're gonna hate this, but what do I feel worse about? What do I feel worse about?
Yeah.
Do I feel worse about betting on Brock Purdy and then the Chiefs win and I go, I'm an idiot?
Right.
Okay.
Or do I feel worse about
betting the Chiefs?
Backing Mahomes and Brock Purdy has a good game?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm teasing the Chiefs. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. There we go.
Teasing
All
the
right.
Chiefs.
There we go.
All right.
That was my
That's
bet.
fine.
Yep, I did too.
Teasing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I did too.
Makes sense.
I like it.
That's all I got for that.
Get some sleep this week, brother.
That's not going to happen.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that right now. I'll sleep next Wednesday. That's my next appointment.
This is a Vegas thing.
That's my next
This is
appointment.
what happens. You say that to somebody, everybody in the business, you see each other in passing in the building, you good? I'll sleep Wednesday.
Yeah.
Take a guess. Take a guess on what my 7-day work week looks like this week.
14-hour days every day.
88 total hours.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
And you got to count and pay attention. And
That
not
stuff's
overpay.
all autopilot.
That is autopilot. That's the other thing that people
But
don't understand.
this
When
week
you
is
do
crazy.
It becomes on autopilot.
Right.
Thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Love you guys.
Fair
You
Mullings,
too, brother. Thank you.
Locally
Zade's
here
next.
in
I gotta
Vegas.
get. I gotta get Vegas Z in here.
Pick him in. Let's
yeah,
go.
he showed up.
Let's go.
For us. He's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
here
yeah. Let's
for
go.
us, and he's in the house. He looks amazing. What you got a date? What my
Why is he
goodness,
suited up?
Suited up.
I don't
You didn't get suited up for us, did you?
It's a big day. It's a big day today.
It's a big day today.
There's a lot of things going on.
Oh, interviews, meeting people.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And you guys too. I mean,
Okay,
it's a
all right.
show.
No. We're
Big show.
flattered. We're flattered.
show.
I forgot to get Keith in here. Keith's next after you.
Yes.
Got you.
Look into the camera. Tell the people who you are, what you're doing. And
What's up, guys? You've probably seen me as a regular.
Yep.
Zade Hussein, Vegas Z. How's everybody doing?
I'm tired. That's what I am. I'm tired.
We got one more show.
When?
Tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, not now. That's tonight.
Not now. No.
Two's enough.
Two's enough. This is good.
Two's enough. Two shows in one day is
When'd
enough.
you get to town?
I got to town on
Wednesday.
Got it.
Monday.
Monday you've been here
I
since.
did a show Tuesday with Dave Ross.
Okay,
We did the First
Rossi,
Strike.
who was on earlier. Yeah,
So we did the First Strike
Okay.
show and just did some things with some
hanging
friends,
out.
hanging out.
You up at the Rock?
Yes.
Yeah. So by the way, Penn State won. By the way, outright won.
Very
So-
nice.
There we go.
That's what we got.
So there's
He
the
had
W,
that
so-
embedded or book
yeah,
it today.
Penn State,
Did you
all right,
see
yeah.
our show with Katie talking about blackjack and all this stuff? Like it was a mess. She was out playing blackjack. And
I
she didn't
saw
know.
a little bit
And
of
some,
it. yeah.
Right, and some guy Gustavo Zelder money and all this other thing.
Yes.
You've played the blackjack. You've been
Oh my
with people
gosh.
playing
Large.
big hands of blackjack.
It's gonna happen again tonight. Yeah.
Oh my.
Is it?
Yeah. Some
Are you gonna live stream it again?
It will be live streamed. I won't be live streaming it, but like Pat McAfee, one
Yeah.
of the big names, will be there.
Pat's gonna be playing blackjack with. Oh my! Look
It's
out!
it's gonna be a big crew. A lot of guys. Dave Portnoy, Big Cat, Taylor Luan, the whole crew.
Who's
Dana
live
White.
streaming this?
Can I come up?
Who's live streaming this?
All right. I'll be up later.
Steve will probably be live streaming it. Steve will do it.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my! Red Rock?
Yeah, Red Rock.
Yeah.
Private room.
Yeah.
Oh my! Look out!
Oh,
That's
It's
gonna
gonna
be.
be,
up and
it's
say
gonna be a
hello.
crazy night.
Wow!
Goodness
30,000 a
gracious, what way to
hand.
go. Oh, bigger. Don't. we
We're
don't
live
talk
stream.
about
I can
that.
ask him. They're live streaming it. So they're live streaming. I
Yeah,
can
let
ask
them
him.
live stream.
It's gonna
Yeah.
live stream it. I mean, that's
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
bigger than that.
Yeah.
I don't think you play bigger than
Sometimes.
that. Can you? At Red Rock?
It depends the person, maybe.
Right.
Oh my God! All right, that's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
Um,
Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl, and we got UFC fight
I was going to
Saturday.
say he came prepared with the UFC stuff. So we had Rossi on from
Yeah.
the beginning of the UFC portion of the show. Hit him with stuff. I mean, I
Okay.
know you got to have stuff,
So-
and
so last
you
time-
two talk because I'm going to lean back and just take a little drink of this water.
So last time I came on your guys' show, I gave out a huge bet of it was Darius Flowers and Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
It was one a while back.
Mispriced.
Yeah. So Darius Flowers is now stepping back into the cage Saturday
Against?
Michael Johnson.
Oh,
Michael
wow.
Johnson. Yeah. So
Why?
Michael Johnson
That's
now.
a weird match make. Why?
I don't know. Michael Johnson, 38 years
Yeah.
old, coming off of a brutal knockout KO loss.
They want to give him a layup.
Maybe, but
okay.
here's the thing. So Flowers moved out to Vegas 4 months ago.
Okay.
It's been nonstop training with many different groups, Syndicate MMA,
Yeah.
training with all those top-level guys.
Okay.
Looking good. There's something that stuck out to me. So I think it's Darius early or Michael Johnson late.
Wow.
Okay, so here's a prop I'm going to give to everybody. Throw a couple dollars on. I think the price is insane.
Okay.
Michael Johnson, round 2 submission.
Submission?
Let
Michael
me-
Johnson submission?
So just hear me out. Michael Johnson, round 2 submission, 49-1.
Jeez.
Michael Johnson.
Does he have a submission on his resume?
Yes, two.
Wow, okay.
So last time Darius got in the octagon, he fought Jake Matthews. Looked really good round 1, gassed out round 2, got submitted.
Okay.
Johnson could wrestle him, knock him down.
Wow, Michael
Darius
Johnson.
gives his back up, 49-1 submission, 51 submission. I'm not saying bet a lot of money on it. It's 49-1.
Right.
But it's something that I think should be way lower. I think you should see it around 35-1, 34-1.
Wow.
Right.
You could get almost 50-1 on that.
Mispriced prop. I don't hate that, but I just wonder. I always believe the company has narratives with their fights like this. So if you have a guy who's a name, older, got a win, they're giving him a guy who looked horrific in his last fight. I wonder if they want to make Michael Johnson into something again because he's a name that could sell.
Yeah, but the thing is with Flowers, when he took that fight, it was just a fight where you knew, like, okay, right off the couch, 1 week notice type of thing.
Right.
Now I think
that was the first round KO, right? That was ugly.
Second round.
That's right. He got out of the first round.
Yeah, he got out of the first round.
He survived. In early second, it was over.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
He was mad that it got to the second round.
And something I also like on that fight in particular, which I like targeting specific fighters, specific fights, because I know the way that they're going to win or lose. The fight doesn't go the distance. It's around -290, -300.
All right.
Okay, people think, oh, it's a -2. This should be like -450. I really don't see this fight going to the scorecards.
I love when he says that.
And people see it and they're like, oh, you're giving out, a minus.
Right,
yeah, I'm like, wins. No, you guys got to understand, like, the value in certain bets like that.
The best line someone said to me on my other podcast, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. The juice only matters when it loses.
Yes.
It only matters. You lay 250 if you lose. Otherwise, you win. So it doesn't matter. So if you're that confident, if it's a $2 mispriced prop, who cares if it's 250? It should be 450. Who cares
if it's mispriced short, then laying a minus price is good.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, if it's so
all the way around, right?
Yeah. And you could use it as a parlay piece.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of
Exactly.
bets. That's something you could throw in.
So, like, what are you anticipating for UFC 300? Because this has been the number one conversation everybody wants to know. We had Megan O'Leary on BvB earlier this week. Everyone's
that was
asking.
Yesterday, by the way. It feels like it was last week, but it was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
It was yesterday. Yeah.
2 days ago, right?
It was yesterday on with us.
It was 2 days ago, right?
Must have been too many interviews.
It was 2 days ago. I'm right. It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, not Wednesday.
Okay.
But what do you think the company is trying to pull off? Because I think initially it was supposed to be John Jones and Stipe. Hurt, not happening. Connor's not clean, so he can't pass. So he's not going to get in the octagon anytime soon. There really isn't a natural fight to make. Is there a fight you want to see?
I think Adesanya probably returns.
But that's going to be the African fight. Against Duplessis? You're going to fight that in Africa. It's a monster fight in South Africa.
What if they throw everybody a curveball and he fights Alex Pereira?
They're going to do the rematch for what weight? Light heavyweight or his belt?
What if it happens? I'm not saying I know because I don't know, and I tried to get it out of some people and I couldn't. But that's something that I would not be surprised out of left field.
185, we're going to fight it. Can he make the weight? It's
not like he hasn't fought for the double
belt. Can Alex make the weight? Can Alex make that weight again?
Well, he's going to fight if he fights maybe for Alex's title.
He's going to go to light heavyweight again? And lose again? He'll lose again.
That is something that I can see happening. That is something that I can see happening.
I mean, he just got laid on. He can't carry that weight. He couldn't even make it.
Yeah, another fight, Bilal Muhammad, Leon Edwards, but I don't think it's
strong
enough to.
It's an awesome fight, but you can't have a headline at 300. It's not sexy enough for 300.
But,
it just doesn't work.
When you look at it, what else makes sense?
It doesn't. They're in a tough spot. They've had all this build-up. Yeah. Everyone's waiting with bated breath for, like, give me the main event. And Dana's going to be like, here it is. It's like it's going to be such a deflating thing.
It's an awesome card, though, overall.
It's awesome.
Awesome card.
So many good fights. And you can't have, and this is not, I'm not going to be sexist or misogynistic, you can't have a women's fight at the top of that card. You just can't. At 300, you can't do it. Yeah. It's not. You need to have a mega fight at the top of that card. And right now, it's a female title fight at the top of the card.
Or they could try to turn Dricus around real quick, and it's UFC 300. And even though they want to make it that Africa, maybe it's.
I mean, him and Adesanya, that's a massive. It's a massive fight. It's here though. It should be in Africa.
Yeah.
So that's the. I selfishly big it here. It'll be unbelievable. But I don't know. He'll have to get his mind straight. As we know, he was not right in his last fight by any means.
He looked not motivated at all. Coming off the biggest win of your life.
He was like, I don't know. I don't want to be here anymore. Like it was clear. So now that he's got someone he hates, maybe that's what Duplessis gets him back in the gym and motivated. Yeah. You happy now?
Super Bowl. That was great. Thank you. That was a nice little break. But, I mean, the chat's going crazy. This is awesome. You're talking about stuff that's going to happen a little while down the road.
Yep.
Talk about Sunday. I mean, do you like a side total prop, anything before we get you out of here?
I think.
Do you have a date tonight? I mean,
no, just a couple
all right,
meetings.
no, all right, that's all right.
Couple
I just
meetings.
gotta ask. All right, that's
business meetings, he said,
all right.
not dates.
No, that's fine.
Come on.
Just ask.
My God.
49ers, I think you have to take if you're taking a side.
Let's go.
Welcome to the BvBBrigade.
I mean, I
this
hear
is unbelievable.
It's all San Francisco.
If I had $1 for every time I heard someone say you can't bet against,
I
Mahomes,
agree.
Yeah,
I
we'd
need
be
more than
loaded.
that.
I'd be rich,
We'd be
yeah.
I need more than that.
So I mean, just go ahead. But I'm Mahomes. I mean, I think Detroit is a really, really, really good football team.
Yeah.
And the Niners being able to come back. I know it was a little bit of Detroit choking too, but
Yep.
the Niners being able to win that game, I think honestly Detroit was the best football team.
Wow.
In the playoffs in this
Wow.
postseason. And they just went away from the run. They should have took the 3 points. There was just it was just a shit show.
Yeah, right.
In the end. And that's it.
Yeah.
But the way they were playing and moving offensively was just great. I think when you look at this game, the Ravens gave away that game in the AFC Championship. I think. I mean, they were able to shut them down in the second half. They had a lot of
They
opportunities.
didn't even do what they normally do.
Yeah.
They got away from it all.
I think McCaffrey
run the
has
ball.
a huge game this weekend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
All right.
that's it.
Go Niners.
49ers.
Z, good stuff, my
All right,
friend. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
later. I'll give
Enjoy
you
it, my friend. Thank you
text
so
you.
much.
Yeah, we got to have Keith jump in, and we got a couple more minutes here. We good?
What? I mean, go as long as we
All right,
want.
no, one more teaches. I just want to make sure. Are we good? Are we all right?
Do you want
We're all right?
to just give us this sign when you want
Yeah,
us to
when
go?
you tell us
okay?
to wrap. Yeah, we're gonna.
want us
We
to go.
started a little bit later.
I
We're trying
don't
to get
shut
2
up,
hours,
so
yeah.
I can talk for like 8,000
this is
years.
right,
So
we're not
just go
gonna
like
do that,
this. You
yeah.
want us done?
Right.
Just go like this. We'll wrap. So it's just one of those things. Hi.
So look into that camera right there. Say your name. Tell the people where you're at and all that other stuff.
Hi, my name's Keith Frederick at Keith Frederick on Twitter.
Oh, it's not. I've never met you.
I know.
This
That's
is-
me.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
gracious,
this could be
that's
fun.
Crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
This is it. Yes.
I thought you were.
I purposely try. I saw him.
That's
I didn't introduce
wild.
you when we started.
I thought
so I was like,
I thought he'd bring like a tennis racket or something with him.
No,
so
no tennis racket, but he's going to be our tennis guy.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Still dialed into that NASCAR guy.
Ooh.
Always
Yes.
into the numbers and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Daytona pick? Do you have one?
Not yet.
All
right.
Not
Gotta
yet.
need a little
no.
bit more time.
We got to
Yeah, all
focus
right.
on a lot
All
of
right.
things. And quietly,
Yeah.
for years, a basketball mid-majors conferences that no one's looking at,
Me?
he's been looking at for
Awesome.
literally decades.
Great.
Yeah.
That's
It's
phenomenal.
concerning.
It's where
It really
I mean,
is.
like, it's a
No.
problem, but it's okay to talk about it. Like,
No,
we all talk about
it-
the things we do.
Look, one of the best things you taught me, and one of the best things that you were able to teach me from a content space perspective is that it doesn't matter. Cashing is cashing.
Yep.
Ticket cashing, if it counts on East Tennessee State or Tennessee, it doesn't matter.
100%.
If it cashes, it cashes. So what do you care what the actual content space thinks of the bet if it cashed?
I used to get crap all the time for arena football.
Oh,
The
my.
money was still
Yeah,
green.
it was.
Still green. I cashed a whole
Wow.
bunch of tickets, and it was good.
Arena football.
Yeah.
I told you I have a problem.
That's great.
But he's always been looking at the stuff that a lot of people haven't been looking at.
Right.
And
that's
that's
smart.
fine.
Get off market.
We met in town. He's originally from Cleveland.
Yep.
Let's go Cavs.
You
Let's
know,
go
right
Cavs.
there.
Defend
Yeah.
the land.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm from Pittsburgh. We
Right.
met. He was writing tickets at a book next to the Nugget, the Golden Gate,
Golden Gate.
which is crazy to think now, the iteration of that place. Because you were in a corner in a cubby with a dry erase board.
Yes, I was. All
Yeah.
of that is correct.
Writing tickets. He would
Wow.
take the bets. He would change. He did everything.
Amazing.
He was the only guy there, one window joint. When you went to lunch, a close sign went up, and they were closed.
That was it. End
There
of
was
story.
There was no bets. Whether he was gone for half hour, an hour, gone, bye-bye. Yes. This is how,
Wow.
like people talk about being in this business and doing content, okay? And then there's people that have lived the life and talk about this stuff. And
Wow.
it's so, I just try to, take a deep breath sometimes because I hear about people talking about line movement and when this happens, and they don't really know.
No, true. Very
He
true.
knew.
Right.
I knew. I just lived the life. But now, you see these places, and we've talked about it for years, decades. The Super Bowl is here in town, the game.
And there's only 3 sportsbook ads on the Super Bowl. I mean, come on. The fact there would have been one 10 years ago, there's no chance. It's just not possible.
You can't believe it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've been talking about it all week of how surreal it is to have living here as long as we have, okay?
Yep.
That's one thing. But, like, you were the compliance guy, and you looked at a lot of things. Like, Keith had to know the rules for everybody. He kept things in check.
I did.
Can you imagine now we're at where we're at with the apps and with the ads and the games? Like, what's going on?
I loved my time in the industry. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Right.
I'm so happy I'm not in it right now. It's just I get to be a sports fan. I get to enjoy it.
Right.
That poor guy that said he put in the 88-hour week. I feel you, man. I feel you. I mean,
we did it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't need that anymore. I'm good. Thanks. I'm good.
Oh.
By the way, but nobody leave because I want a group picture of everybody before
at the end. If you guys are staying, and please,
just
if
hang
you
out.
can, I
want a group photo of everybody, so if you can just hang on. We're almost done, so you just hang out. Do you have a play pick prop you like for Sunday? Anything you like?
I have two.
Okay.
One of the gentlemen before said they like the octopus.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually really like that.
Okay.
I think that makes a ton of sense.
Okay.
There's 4 or 5 guys that could do that.
Debo.
I mean, the price is horrible, but it could be fun. It's a good thing to play. There was somebody that had it in the Super Bowl last year because I hit it last year.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think you could see Debo for sure. You could see any of those guys. I think that's a possibility. The other one, and everybody here, your first show today, talking about what a good game this is going to be.
Right.
Okay? And I agree. I think it's 2 really good teams. I think we got a real good shot.
Yeah.
If you look here on the Resorts World sheet, they've got will the Chiefs win after trailing? Will the 49ers win after trailing?
Ooh.
And both are pretty solid pluses.
Really?
I'm taking them both.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I love
I'm going to
that.
take them both.
They're both plus?
They're both pluses, yeah. And you take them both, and
that's been the theme of the NFL, right?
I'll take my shot there.
They've
With
both
these two
been
teams,
trailing,
the way
and
that-
they would come back and win. Yeah.
So that's I didn't know that one was here until I was looking at the sheets while I
Which
was
is
waiting.
what we
yeah.
do.
So that's just
but also
I have a problem.
But play it out though, right? The Chiefs get the ball first. They go down, kick a field goal. Niners go and they rout them. I mean, they were trailing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
so
mean,
like
trailing at any point.
It's
Like,
easy.
Will
but
they
can
come
go
back?
Yeah, will
7-3,
they come back?
10-7,
So it's not like a fourth quarter comeback.
No.
It's just they're trailing up to the first drive, and they could go ahead and hit
So
that bet.
I think that makes sense. You got to put a little bit more into it to get it back. But I mean, if your potential loss is there, you know what I mean, because you're betting both of them.
Oh.
But if it happens to one, you're in. So I like that one.
Is anybody in Vegas doing the doink?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
No, I love that bet, man.
That's an outside of Vegas thing.
The
I don't know,
doink bet's
maybe somebody
phenomenal.
will do it. I don't know.
Anytime it hits the upright, I hate the fact that they do it where the crossbar does not count. That pisses me off.
House rules.
Yeah, that's a house rule. That's a house rule.
It's a doink.
A
doink is a doink. If it hits the upright, in it part of the
It's
upright,
not.
no,
If
it's crossbar. That's ridiculous. It's the upright, not the crossbar.
If that had
Garbage.
happened and I was working, it would have been 3 days of meetings. So
Oh,
I'm pretty,
it would
I'm
have
pretty
been a
happy that's
disaster.
not
God,
good.
thank God.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Thanks for coming down.
Absolutely.
Obviously,
Thank
get that
you.
card on the way out and
I
make
will
sure
do
that
that.
you can get paid
Yeah,
and
yeah.
or not have to pay the parking. We're going to do it again.
For sure.
It's been a long time overdue. It's great to see you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
It's
It's been
great
a long
to
time.
meet you.
Good to meet you,
The
Matt.
inventor of the the alpha sheet.
Yes.
What's that?
This is every time I go to a book and I see this, you put all the teams' names in alphabetical order,
Okay.
and then put their game number. So when someone comes to the counter and says, I want to bet McNeese State on a Saturday when there's 150 games, they don't know where to find it, and neither do you. You go to this alphabetical list that's created, and you see McNeese State game. Oh, that's game 259. Perfect. You type 259 and bets. He invented it, no matter what Aaron Kessler says. Kessler, hey, Ron, you know I love you if you're watching. But Keith did it, put it out in books. Books everywhere use it. He didn't get credit for it, just like me not getting credit for a lot of shit. I just wanted to make it known right now.
Dave congratulated me, then found a way to take credit for something else for him.
This
is pretty much your life, right?
That's my life. I understand.
I understand.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Dave, I'll text you. I've got a tennis play for all you guys.
Excellent.
See you later.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Keith, that's phenomenal. That's really kind of cool. All right, anybody else? They're kind of looking at us like,
we got to shut it down? What time is it? All right.
6:10.
Yeah, I think
6:12.
we'll sit Lou down because
you flew all the way here.
You flew all the way from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Sit
Sit
down,
down
Lou.
real
Sit
fast.
down, Lou. Have a
Put
couple
your glasses on. Put the thing on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you came all the way from Pittsburgh.
Came all the way down here from Pittsburgh to fly in for the
Yeah.
show. So
BvB hat to close the show. Last guest. I mean, this is fantastic.
It's all appropriate. How are you?
Look in there. Tell the people that everybody watching the show knows who you are, but tell the people that will watch the replay. What do you got?
Raymaker 512 on the Twitter. Sweet Lou from the 412.
Chat's going nuts, by the way.
Yeah, baby.
Chat loves you.
Chat loves the Lou.
Loves you.
I love Vegas, baby. It's like it's crazy when you walk in and you just see all the lights. I love it.
It's fun.
I'm just glad you decided to come. You've never been to a Super Bowl before, have you?
No.
And like you sent me a text a few weeks ago when we said we were doing the live show. You're like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a room. I'm coming to see you guys do the show. We've built this relationship via the show.
Right.
But, you did the Brigade proxy service. You got in the contest. You're here for the Super Bowl, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
And you brought the hammer.
Yeah. I don't know where he went. But
the hammer's out. Yeah, the hammer's out.
He's on his little thing, you know.
Yeah. The little thing.
It's Vegas.
That's Vegas, yeah.
Well,
But,
what are you looking forward to the most?
Just being here. I love it.
Nice.
I love everything about Vegas.
You got a pass? Mrs. Rain's good with all this?
Oh, yeah, she's cool.
Nice.
She knows I'm just going to do my thing.
There you go.
That's great. Yeah.
I was wearing the Ish shirt earlier today.
Yeah, we wore it on the first show. He wore it on the Ish.
I'm wearing the Chef Benny one, this one now.
Yeah. I was right for the record.
Yeah. That's my freaking guy there.
Chef B? I know, right?
He came to Pittsburgh. We hung out. Like, we hit it.
It's
hit
so
it off.
good.
It was amazing.
It's so good. Yeah.
It is.
Listen, we've told people, and we've done it. We've lived it. You came out, and you got to meet a lot of the guys in the chat and some of the girls in the chat. And I can't explain it. We've been talking to people all week doing the shows, but after the shows, what's the show? We try to tell them, and they go, really? Watch the show.
Yep.
I'm getting that on a T-shirt. Just watch the show.
Yep.
BvB.
Or you can't explain it because
right?
It just happens. Everything meshes well.
It works, but we're going to do this again in March. I got to talk to Mrs. Rain. We got to have Rainmaker Lou for a day or two of the March Madness party. If we can swing it, we need you here.
We got to see what we can cook up, but you never.
You're going to have to hit some bets. We're going to have a good Super Bowl
that
weekend.
Too.
All right.
That too, you know.
All right. Bread Man, they're watching it. Manny's still.
Absolutely. You got a bigger TV up there now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Wednesday still there?
Yep.
All right, we'll do a check-in there at some point when you go back. But that's awesome. Can't thank you enough for coming out.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Really, it means the world to us.
And
thank you.
The chat is lighting up super chats right now because of you.
Yes.
Yep.
They're actually want to buy you a drink.
The chat. Those are my people. They know.
Right? They know.
They get it.
Phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying?
Phenomenal.
You
So
want a
good.
prop?
I need one.
Yes.
Send them out with one.
I got a plus 450 for you.
Okay.
I love this.
Okay.
Either team to win by 3 points.
Love it. 24. My final score is 24-21.
It's hit the last 2 years.
Yep, that's my final
we
score.
played it 2 years ago. I forgot to play it last year.
Play it.
But I think this game's going to be close. It could come down to a field goal either way. I'm not going to say it's going to hit, but at plus 450, it's got a good
It's a good bet. That's a good bet.
24-21 Niners. Win by 3. Good bet.
Let's get this thing signed off.
Like
Thanks,
it.
brother.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
We'll hang out this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
get this figured
Thank
out,
you.
but glad for being here.
Thank
Let's
you so
get
much.
this
guys.
headphone on, Eric.
Thank you very much.
Please,
yes.
real quick, can you get on here real
Yes.
quick for producing the show? Coming up,
Yeah.
I got to get you on the camera because
He has to put himself.
there's no show.
He has to put himself on the camera.
That's fine. Get yourself on the camera.
Yeah.
There he
There you
is
go.
right there. That's
up?
Eric. That's E.
What's up? What's
Yeah.
up?
Hi, guys.
Tremendous job
Thank
again.
you.
You kill it,
we had some obstacles, but
That's fine.
shout out to everybody here at Resorts World for being so inviting and letting us letting us crash it, dude. That's what we do here at BvB, man. We just pull up, we crash, we have fun, and we just show out, man.
Absolutely.
That's
and,
all it's
and,
about.
and look, we're going to be back here in March doing 2 shows for March Madness on Thursday,
19th,
Friday.
20th. Put it on the calendar, boys and girls.
Yeah, so we're back here doing this. If you missed this show live, you watched the show live, and you thought it was a lot of fun, and E produces this show, does an incredible job of getting us in and out. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everyone here at Resorts World for being here.
Give yourselves a round of applause, boys and girls. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much.
And we're serious. Do not move because we want to get a group shot of everybody who came on out to be a part of this because it's always fun to see everyone and get you guys some love on social media for coming out and being a part of it. This is just the first of what will be many live shows out of here. We're going to be in different parts of the casino and the property over the next couple of years, hopefully here in long-standing. We want to build a long-standing relationship with
That's the plan.
With Resorts World here and really blow it out consistently. And you guys are the reason why we get to do stuff like this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being in the chat.
We had plans. One more show the Super Bowl week, brother. We got to do tomorrow.
Oh, we're on tomorrow. Yeah. We're back down on Radio Row.
We're back on Radio Row tomorrow. Don't forget.
Live show on Friday. We're back on there.
Nice work today.
You too. Appreciate that.
Nice
Thank you so much.
Today.
I'm 1-0 on the night. Penn State hit. Let's see if Oregon State catches 9.5. Let's see on that. Let's go. Close a 2-0 day on the different for betting.
Flyers are rolling.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my hockey plays weren't bad. weren't good today, but it doesn't matter because my official juice plays were good. So we're good. We're good on the juice plays.
All right.
He is Dave. I am Matt. He is E. We are out here from Resorts World. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 1 or our time, 10 a.m. Our time, 1 a.m. Eastern for the last Super Bowl and the weirdest Roll Call Friday we will do in a long time coming up tomorrow for BVB. We're back in March here at Resorts World. Check them out for a place to stay in Vegas if you're coming to town for the madness.
Codes.
Codes coming. Area codes maybe too tomorrow. Dave, Matt, talk to you tomorrow for BVB.